Hey guys, it's your boy D. Just wanted to let you guys know that the audio from my end, this episode sounds like I'm recording in a tin can because I didn't know it was recording off of my AirPods as the microphone. So as I mentioned, I think last episode, I need to get some wired in headphones so I can monitor myself. But it's still a really good episode, so I hope you guys check it out. Peace.
This is Alpha Male, and you are listening to the after show, but later.
What up, everybody? It's the after show, but later. You heard Alpha Male over there introducing us, also known as Lil Bucky, also known as fucking all kinds of AKAs, right? Right, Cucuy?
Yeah, he got all kind of names. Bucky got about 4 or 5 different ones, but we'll go by Bucky, Bubba, or Alpha Male. Take your pick.
All right, well, let's fucking after show, but later. We're here after your Turkey Day. So fucking, how was your Thanksgiving, Uncle Cucuy?
Well, it was good, but I got a question. That you know what, you spawned a good question for me. Does everyone that you grew up with or from your neighborhood or all your close friends, do you guys have more than one nickname for each other?
More than one? The only one I could think of who does have like fucking 50 million names and is always giving people fucking nicknames is my homie Thomas. We call him Tomas. He's fucking he goes by Skrilla, Skillet, fucking anything you think of, and the same when it comes to you. He calls me Basil because my fucking screen name on everything used to be Basili D. So he calls me Basil, he calls me D, he calls me all kinds of fucking names. So Thomas, fucking my homie Tommy, that's one of the fucking G's where he fucking he does the multiple nickname shit. But for the most part, oh, you know what? Actually, I think we do because my homie Johnny that I used to do the show with, he fucking we used to call him Johnny Danger, right?
Right.
And then I don't know what it was where we called him Johnny Nuts, right? And then then there was a period of time where he would just fucking roll up on you and you'd be like, oh, what the fuck? So we started calling him Johnny Ghost. So now, Doug, on my phone, he's Danger Nuts Ghost. So he's Johnny Danger, Johnny Nuts, Johnny Ghost. So he's fucking Danger Nuts Ghost on my phone.
Yeah.
So I think I guess you could say multiple. Yeah.
Yeah, no, most people in my neighborhood, they had a few different ones too. I mean, I know I got about 5 or 6, I'm sure. Yeah, I didn't know, man. So since we gave them all those names out and gave a little history on Alpha Male, aka Bucky, aka Bubba, that's just a question I had. But
no, it's funny too because I'm thinking about like fucking even like my homie Luis, fucking I called him Lou Dog forever. Fucking that was like when I was into like Nirvana and shit. And then I mean Sublime and fucking fucking what's his name? Fuck, I can't even think of his name. But the lead singer, fucking his dog is Lou Dog, right? So I used to call fucking Luis Lou Dog. And then fucking in my phone, he's under Wheezy, right? And so I guess there are multiple names. My homie Chris, you know what? Now that you're saying that, yeah, it is true. Like my homie Chris, I have him under Kimbo, right? Because he was a big ass dude. And then fucking I remember my teacher, his last name's Ledesma. Right. And when we were in school, my teacher used to fuck up his name and call him Desmondes. So fucking on my phone, he's Kimbo Desmondes, you know?
Right.
So yeah, dog, if my phone ever gets stolen, they won't know who the fuck they're calling, you know? My shit, I don't have like one real name in there.
They're gonna think they're calling Uber Eats.
You know, Rich and your boys El Cucuy and Huggy Bear.
And if you think about it, bro, even the show has fucking multiple nicknames. El Covino, Cove, Covino, Baby Steve, right? You got Rich, you got Dickie, you got Dickie Doolittle, you got Pencil Dick, you got Spot, you got Spoga, you got Wash Your Butt. I'm just saying, bro. Even the show, they got multiple names. Everyone's got multiple nicknames. I feel
you know what? Speaking of my homie Kimbo, Chris, he fucking he just because one of the shit that I made, the Spoga design, made it onto one of the shirts that they have on their little their shop.covinoandrich.com. Yeah. And well, I sent a screenshot to my homie and I was like, hey, I go check this shit out. I was like, one of the little things I made it onto their shirts. Right. And he was like, oh, that's tight, bro. He's like, I'm gonna fucking buy one. And I was like, no, I wasn't like sending it to you so you could buy one. I was just saying, hey, this is dope. Dog, like 2 minutes
later.
Proud
of what you did, right?
Dog, he sends me a screenshot like 2 minutes later. He fucking bought one. So I
yeah.
was like, that's fucking dope. So shout out to Chris. He just got his shit ordered. Fucking Luis just sent me a screenshot this morning. He just got his slightly Vato shirt.
Oh
So
yeah.
they're fucking, and you know what? I don't know. We might have some more merch coming up. I know we should have a hoodie, a pullover hoodie available very soon, and
Right.
a zip up hoodie as well. So the pullover hoodie is gonna have a big logo in the front. The zip up is gonna have a small logo on the chest right here. So
Breaking news to the fans. 'Cause this one I found out too.
okay, well, I'll tell you what. On Thanksgiving, I was at my grandma's pad, fucking trying to upload the fucking logo and shit. So it's only been fucking over the last like 24 hours or so. I've been fucking with this. The zip up I don't even have done yet. So
Yeah.
so yeah. So breaking news for fucking Cucuy as well. My bad. But
Nah, you're good. But hell yeah. No, hey, speaking of Covino Rich merch, I just got a alert from the Autobot saying, "Hey, Cucuy, you left some shit in the basket. Are you gonna buy this shit or not?" And I'm gonna, but I think
they're fucking trying to punk you into buying it. Huh? Are
yeah,
you gonna
bro.
buy this shit or not, motherfucker?
The email was even scratch and sniff, and it smelled like Spot.
Oh, that's
But
fucking funny.
but no, I got in my car. I got the 15-ounce black Covino Rich coffee mug. And no, Rich, I'm not gonna do what you do. I'm gonna actually drink coffee out of it. I want to get the snapback, bro, to match my hoodie.
Yeah,
And I was telling August today, I was telling her that I wanted to get the damn Christmas tree ornament to represent them on the tree.
that'll be dope. That'll be super dope. So
Right. So they
yeah,
got, I know they got that wood one, they got a black one. I think they got a silver one. So I'm just gotta figure it out. And
you know what I want to pick up, which might be kind of corny, but I don't give a fuck. I
hookers,
mean, I still, huh?
hookers,
Nah.
bag of weed,
Oh, you know what
12,
was funny?
12 pack.
Covino and Rich actually talked about some dude that I don't know if he bought a lottery ticket or something, and they're like, "What are you gonna do with all the money?" And he was like, "Buy cocaine and hookers." You know.
Hey, that's not what I would buy. I'd buy Bitcoin, but I get it.
Yeah, you know what? You know, it's funny though because you're a little bit older, right? And that's where we start thinking about like the future. You think of
Hey, bro,
Bitcoin.
I'm a young soul.
Hey, no, I'm saying not you. I'm saying the general you, like us as a collective group. We're getting older because I just had a conversation with my boss about this a few days ago, where I was like, "Fuck, man!" Like I think about to like when I was like 20,
Right.
and I'm like, "Dog," I'm like me, Johnny, fucking Tommy that I told you about, Skillet, Skrilla. We would fucking just like go out to the driving range and like smoke Black and Miles and then fucking like go to work and like
Yeah.
just Doug, like it was like fucking like I don't want to say we had like no ambition and shit because like I was in
You
school
had no
and shit or whatever.
responsibilities, really.
But
A
yeah,
little
you know,
bit.
like Doug, but I was just like, fuck, man, if I would have been like had some kind of like business or some shit back then, or like, you know, even like a startup, learning a fucking skill or some shit. Cause like I ended up picking up like construction skills and shit, but when it was fucking needed and I needed I had just had my kid, I got laid off and I was like, or they had restructuring, you know, when that shit happens.
What made you pick up construction skills at that point of your life?
Fucking, I had a kid, I got fucking laid off.
So
I
you got a
fucking,
job with someone that was doing it or what?
Johnny, fucking, he was like, hey, he was
Okay.
like, I know,
Hell yeah.
he's like, you just had the fucking baby. He was like, come work with me. So I ended up learning a little bit about it. And then I also had like a lot of like the marketing skills and shit like that. So we actually ended up going into business together and being like co-owners of the business.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
it was cool because I got to actually learn a shit ton, like a shit ton, Doug. Before that, it was fucking funny. Like when I first started with him, we were doing flooring and restroom remodels, right?
Okay.
And it was fucking funny because he would tell me like to go out to the truck and grab something or whatever. Like when I was first learning, I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about half the time. So I would be on Google. He would be like, "Oh, go get me the 1/4x1/4 inch trowel or whatever," right? And I was like, "All right,
Yeah.
cool, yeah, no problem, I got you." You know, fucking
Yeah.
got the right man for the job, homie. You know, and then,
Right.
and then I'd go out to the truck.
Fake it
I'm
till
like,
you make it.
and I was like, "Is it trowel?" I was like, fucking, I was like searing it, you know, like fucking trying to Google it, and then fucking come out with the right one. But yeah, so it was, you know, and by that time I was like mid to late 20s, I would say, and I was like,
That's about the same time I started learning a little bit.
yeah, Doug. Before that, I didn't know shit, like absolutely shit. I didn't know nothing. So you know, going back to our original conversation about this is that when I was like fucking like 20, you know, I
Uh-huh.
was like 19, 20, 21. 22, you know, like you think
Right.
about the shit that like you were doing at that time.
Right.
And I'm like, dog, I could have fucking picked up a skill. I could have started a fucking business. Like
Well, you did
I
pick up
could
a
have
skill. Sounds like you picked up a skill saw.
yeah, I did, but it wasn't until I was fucking my mid to late 20s, you know?
But do you think that though the people? But let me ask you this though, because and this isn't me at all, 100%. But I know like a lot of younger mothers that had babies when they were younger, or parents that had babies. So maybe they weren't doing what you were doing, but they were forced to like be responsible because you know, they were irresponsible and had kids too young. And so a lot of them like feel like they missed out on that part of their life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I graduated on home studies, bro. I was a fuck up in school. And I know I didn't go to the prom. I didn't go to Sadie Hawkins. I didn't go to any of that nonsense. I was hustling at the football games, but I didn't go to none of the dances. But I know that some people would have regret for stuff like that. So do you think though that if you were doing that, you had regret because maybe you weren't living your life to the fullest?
I think, you know, I think there is some truth in that, like 100%, because like, I mean, I think about the times I had like when we were younger and shit, dog, and we fucking, I mean, the whole fucking reason why I told you, I think last episode about a car accident I had gotten in,
Yeah.
and you know, the whole reason why we got in that car accident is because we had just turned 21 and we were on our way to Vegas to go fucking fuck shit up, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just,
Mhm.
it's crazy, you know. I know we definitely did live it up, especially like fucking, man, I would say like right before I had my daughter, it was
Right.
fucking me and fucking Luis and Johnny. Like we were the three musketeers for a minute, you know, like, and we would fucking, Doug, when we would fucking go, we'd go hard. And it was fucking like, it was some fun ass time. So, you know what? So I don't regret a whole lot, but, you know,
Right.
I just think about like, you know, you look back and you're like, fuck, man, I could be a millionaire by now, you know, like, yeah,
Yeah.
which is you fucking most likely wouldn't have, you know, maybe I would have started a business and it would have been shit or whatever.
Right.
But it's just like, you don't know. And you think of like, I just think of where my mind was at that time, you know, it wasn't like, fuck, you know, I could do this, or like, I was like, fuck that, you know, by the time I'm fucking old and married and shit, who gives a fuck? And, you know, looking back now, I'm just like, yeah, it's just crazy.
Right. Well, you know what though, bro? The thing is too, though, is like Jeff Bezos didn't start Amazon until he was like what, late 30s or early 40s. So it's never too late. You know what I mean? Even like Gary V, he was a
Mhm.
cornball with his Wine and Web show on coming in on Stars 2 or Stars, or he's a come in either on the weekends or he came in like after the replay for Covino Rich. And I love Gary V and I follow him and I actually repost, you know, on Snapchat a lot of his quotes. He's a great leader. He's a great motivator. I like Gary Vee a lot, but his Wine and Web or whatever that show was corny, dude. So
Mhm.
I don't think he came into his own until he was probably like late 20s, early 30s. You know what I'm
And
saying?
not even, Doug. It was late 30s because I just listened to him yesterday. I was listening to one of his podcasts, and he was saying that I think at 33 he something happened with his parents' wine business or something, and then
Yeah.
at 34 he had a basically start from zero again.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's, I was like, ooh, I was thinking about it because I'm 33. You know, I'll be
Right.
34 in a few months, and so I was thinking, damn, that's crazy. Like I just feel like you said, we're thinking like, oh well, 20. If I would have done this while I was 20, the thing to do now is to do all of these things you're thinking you would have done when you were fucking 20. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yep.
now, fucking, you know, 20 years from now, you know, fucking, or let me see, I was 20 13 years ago. So fucking 13 years from now, right? I'll be what,
Yeah.
30, I'll be 46. So when I'm 46, I'm gonna be looking back at this moment going, fuck, I wish I would have done this then.
Yeah.
So there's shit I could do now. So I won't have the what if, I'll have the fucking
I'm
damn,
gonna
I
get
did
you the
shit
book.
right.
I'm gonna get you the book I'm reading, bro, because you got to live in the present.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, they say you can't compare, you can't try to compete with the past, and you can't try to predict your future. You just gotta stay in that
No, and
go
see that
mode.
that's what I think, it's 100% true because if you think about the past like that, like I was saying, or I'm thinking too far into the future, right now I need to do fucking, like, right now that I'm a little more mature, my mind's a little fucking more set on like fucking making that flow and fucking doing
Hmm.
this and doing that. You know, right now is when I can fucking, you know, hit fucking go balls deep in fucking like Bitcoin or whatever the fuck, you know, like you're saying, you know.
And nothing else.
So Yeah, I just fucking I think
You're
right
gonna
now
go
it's a good
balls
time.
deep, bro.
Speaking of balls deep, Doug, I don't know. We were talking a few days ago about oh, I know why. I was telling you that my sister makes a gang of money on that fucking pure romance shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, damn, she'll have like a party and make like, X amount of money. I'm like, that's fucking dope for a few hours, on a
Hey,
Friday
I
or
told
something.
you, bro. I'll donate a mold of my ween to go into
Well, Doug,
production.
I have right here.
They
Remember
can
there
just
was
call. Yeah,
something we talked
you
about.
can just call that fucker the cucuy. Make it vibrate all in some crazy ass pattern that hasn't been thought of before and shit.
And some crazy ass
Just call it the
pattern.
cucuy, bro. I'll make a mold of my shit. They can reproduce it.
Well, Doug, I have one that you said that you're gonna invent if we ever start like a fucking dude romance type of shit, right? You
Fuck,
said
what I
you're gonna
say? I
create a
forgot.
you said you're gonna create a vibrator called it to the knuckle.
Oh yeah, to the knuckle.
To
Yeah.
the knuckle. And then right here I have it's gonna look like the foam fingers that we had as kids when you went to a baseball game.
Yep.
But instead of like one, it's gonna have like two fingers or so yeah.
I
So
just want a
look out for
5%
dude romance.
royalty. Yeah, I just want a 5% royalty. Coming to the knuckle, 2-finger curve up, coming near you soon, and maybe even the cucuy mold. You never know.
Yeah, so that's where we're at.
That's what we talk
Oh,
about.
you know what? I think we've been doing this for a few minutes. I think it's time we actually jump into to one. I have a conversation that I fucking thought it would be a very good conversation for us because I think we have
Thought like THOUGHT, or thought like capital T, capital H, capital O, capital T.
not the OT. We're gonna go
Okay.
OUGHD right here
Okay.
because
Sorry, bro.
I think it's something that we actually will have different opinions in. So I want to know. Fucking Rich got mad at me this
Okay.
week. Which what's new? Every week he's fucking, you know, Daniel's such a doofus or whatever the fuck, or whatever. But this week he was like, "Is he fucking serious? Is he fucking serious?" Because I had said Rich was like, "Yeah, we need to fly the dog to fucking, Texas or drive them in the car for fucking 13 million hours or whatever the fuck."
Yeah.
And I said, "Doug," I texted into the little fucking group chat and I was like, "Why can't you fucking leave your dog outside?" And he was like, he had said, he was like, "It's too hot to leave it outside." And then Covino was like, "Well, bro, it's California. It's not that fucking hot. And then Rich was like, he's like, because I had put, leave the fucking
It's
dog.
definitely not too hot in November. I live in Cali, and no, if
Doug, I
you're
put, leave the dog outside. I said, leave some water and some food. She's got the pool to jump in if she does get too hot, right? And fucking and have Spot come,
or
like
drowned
every
in.
evening or something, and look at her, look after her. Oh, cool. She's not dead. All right, cool. Then bounce. And Rich looked at it like it was some kind of foreign fucking idea. But you know what? Even if he doesn't want to leave her outside, okay, cool. She's an inside dog, right? She has her fucking routine. I'm sure when she needs to shit, she probably goes by the back door or whatever, right? And she's
Yeah.
like, "Hey," and Rich is like, "Hey, she's about to shit." He lets her out, right?
Okay.
Doug, why not just leave her at the pad? Leave her inside with fucking some food and water, and then Spot can come. I know it's a lot to put on Spot, but I'm just saying, I think as good as friends they are, I don't think he would mind, right?
But he's in New Jersey, isn't he?
Oh shit, you're right. All right. There goes my
What
whole
about
idea.
Shannon? I mean, fuck that. She can make up her peeing in the pool by watching the dog.
Dog, she could pee in the pool while Piper's peeing outside.
She probably pee on their pillow in their bed after that, bro. She probably.
Yeah. But look, you know what? But this is the thing: is that Spot's in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
But Rich, wasn't he just like a week or two ago telling Covino, "You've been in LA for 10 years. You don't have any friends."
Yep.
All of these fucking this Rolodex of people he has. Why don't he just call one of them then and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, you know what? You're a fucking homie. I've been
Call
here for 6 years. Fucking
one of your
hey,
real friends, bro. Your LA real friends,
yeah,
Richie.
yeah. All these real friends that you've made, fucking have one of those motherfuckers come in and fucking, and hey, you know what? Don't be a fucking cheap ass because just throw them $100 or something, right? If it's gonna be a few days or something.
Throw one of
But
those
fucking,
one bite pizzas from Dave Portney.
but to me, I think it was like Rich was like so like was looking at me like I was fucking like ludicrous, like I was like, "Move, bitch, get out the way." But I don't see it. Like, are you fucking serious? I don't fucking know. But let me hear Al Cucuy's thoughts on it because I know you have Mr. Chapo Jenkins, and I know he's your other child. So let me know.
Right.
Let me know how you feel about everything.
Well, and and I'm going to start this conversation by saying 99 out of 100 times, I don't agree with Rich Davis. I don't. And even the way he defended himself, I don't agree with that. The only thing I agree with him on this is I'm not leaving Chapo Jenkins outside with food and water for 18 days and hoping shit works out. Just not doing it.
18 days? Who the fuck said it was going to be 18 days?
Or well, he's gone though for a minute, right? What is it, 2 weeks?
I don't know, like a week or so. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm not leaving Chapo Jenkins outside by himself.
You think? Do you think he's gonna get like fucking kidnapped or something?
No,
you don't think he'd be like
no,
fucking stoked to be like?
I don't think that. But let's rewind back to how you introduced him as my other kid, right? You sure as fuck wouldn't do that to your kid. Hey, fucker, go outside 14 days. Here's a bowl of water and some fucking food.
Yeah, but
right?
it's like your kid, but it's still a fucking dog.
But you're right, it is a dog. But when you even go with and you add the word like, I don't think that, because you definitely wouldn't treat a human being like that. So
but
even
it's not a human being.
It's not a human being. You're right. But I think there's better alternatives. Like if you can buy a $4,000 dog, don't bitch about paying the $1,000 to put it in the kennel while you go on vacation.
Or you know what though? But like I said, you don't have to leave fucking Chapo. If you fucking leave him fucking
that's why the only thing with your statement that I disagree with is like it's no big deal to leave them out there for a couple of weeks. I know there's certain dogs, because just like people, bro, there's certain breeds that handle that shit better than others. I think Rich is full of shit. It's not too hot and it's not too cold right now. If it probably gets to about 45 or 50, which is chilly. Yeah, I bought Chapo Jenkins, got a little dog house, a little igloo dog house out there where the wind don't go straight in. It got a little fucking offset entrance. You got him a blankie in there and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he can go get the snuggles on.
Okay, look at this. This is why I'll tell you why it's so fucking foreign to me. All right. You know how fucking hot it is here, right? Because I told you, remember last weekend, I took my daughter to the park and she was like, I trying to get on shit because it was too hot, right?
Right.
And it's the middle of November, right? And I've had plenty of dogs in my life who I would consider myself a dog person because I fucking love dogs. Right?
I don't consider you a dog person, bro. You're talking about leaving the fucker out in 120 degree heat and trying to justify it.
But listen, I've only had every dog I've ever had has been an outside dog.
Right.
So
that's where it starts to become foreign.
What do you mean?
But right there, you stated that's why you don't get it. And that's why it becomes foreign, because the fact that you don't even like them enough to let them in the house,
dog,
you got no problem leaving them in the backyard for 2 years.
And
hey, bro, you just get puppies at 8 weeks and throw them back there and say, raise yourself, huh? See you when you're 2, bitch. Go to the auto feeder.
See you when you're 2. No. I don't say see you when you're 2. Okay, but look, part of it is I am, and Luis can attest to this. I am allergic to dogs, right? And I become like more allergic certain times a year, right? And so there's sometimes like where, I'm like playing with my sister's dog and I'm fine. There's other times where I'm playing with her dog and then next thing you know, my eyes are about to swell shut and I've got fucking hives and shit,
Right.
So for me, I've never had an inside dog. And part of it to me, I was thinking like, dog, I feel like, and maybe it's just the people that I've known with the inside dogs, but I just feel like, dog, I don't care how fucking clean you think your fucking dog is. I feel like everybody's house that I've ever gone into, their house fucking smells if they have dogs. If they have them inside.
A lot of times that's the case, bro. And like, a lot of times you're right. But again, with that is, do you got carpet or do you got tile or do you got pergo? And if you got tile and pergo, how often are you mopping the fucking floor?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I promise to God, you run through that son of a bitch house with fucking pine Sol fucking 4 times a week, it ain't gonna stink.
Yeah, and see, I just feel like the house.
But you're right. You are right.
And for me, I'm like, I just think of like, I've always like I said, I love dogs. Even though people that are listening, El Cucuy included, don't believe it, I love dogs. But for me, I'm thinking, okay, like fucking all of the fucking hair and shit, like all over the fucking,
you gotta get short hairs,
everything. And I'm just like, fuck, like to me it sounds like hey, like you fucking, to me I'm like, you look outside and I see my dog fucking chasing a fucking bird, like oh fuck, like all fucking stoked, and then get her like a little fucking kiddie pool,
Yeah.
in the middle of the summer. That bitch jumps in there, she fucking drinks some water out of it, and then she's like mobs around again. And to me, I'm just like, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like having a dog like inside, and this is, I mean, going completely different direction of the conversation, but I just feel like having a dog inside, yeah, it's cool or whatever, but I'm just like, I feel like they prefer to be outside and shit, like digging holes and fucking chasing ants and shit. And like,
Chapo just waits at the door, bro, until he can come
for
back.
real?
Yeah, he's not interested in all that. Now he loves to go on walks and he loves to go outside and do stuff with me, and we interact together. But
Yeah.
no, again, that's why I said there's certain breeds. Like I knew this chick one time that had a German Shepherd, and the German Shepherd or an Alaskan Shepherd, I don't know, had some type of Shepherd, and it had like social anxiety. And when she would leave, dude, it would claw the door bloody because it was trying to get to her. And so like, and same thing with like pit bulls and the way they're breeding them. I used to have a pit bull with Razor's Edge bloodline, and it was good bloodline. And even with Chapo, if you look at his nostrils, he doesn't just have slits, he has regular noses. But when it gets hella hot, bro, and you've got those short faced like bulldogs, or like, it's hard for them to breathe, dude. And when it's like Arizona, bro, the only thing that should be outside where you live would have fucking scales, right? Lizards and fucking cactuses and shit, bro. Have you seen Arizona? It ain't like Cali, bro. Look at our trees. Like, our climate's different. So like, yeah, I wouldn't want to live in Arizona and throw a fucking dog outside in the summer, dude. You catch a charge for neglect on some shit like that.
Doug,
like, I don't know, bro. We're more Democrat over here too. Like, remember when Covino Rich were talking about
leave your dog outside.
They wanted Rich to break the window. Remember at Ralph's? You remember that story? I think someone had their dog in the car and like people were gathering around. Remember that, bro? You got to be careful. You got to know where you're at and what's acceptable where you're at. And like here in Cali, dude, you'll catch a charge. You can't throw your dog in the backyard and it die of fucking heat exhaustion. Shit, you might get busted for some shit like that.
Hey, you know what though? This is what I'll say is, and you know what though? Again, I don't know if it's maybe the type of dogs I've had, and being that we are in Arizona, that maybe from the time they're puppies and shit, they just get used to it or some shit. But I've never had a dog fucking die of heat exhaustion or anything like that, or fucking or anything. Like, I've never had a dog die of heat exhaustion. I've never, like, I don't know, like it's so funny too, like even sometimes, like if you open the door, they'll like look in there and be like inside the house, like they kind of don't even want to step in. And I'm like, it's not like I'm gonna beat them. I've never beat my dogs,
Yeah. But you know what I think it is though, bro? I think that there's levels to everything. And I think that, so the one thing that I would say too is that, some people connect different too with their animals, because if you get a good animal and you don't abuse it, like their love is unconditional. You know what I'm saying? So I think like, especially with people in times of loss, or like maybe they're depressed, a lot of people lean and depend on animals. So I think that's part of the reason why the feedback was kind of, different as well, because, they call them emotional support dogs. They really exist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know, man. So that's where I think it is. Like, I'm not leaving my dog. I've left a cat. I used to have a cat and I could dip for like 5 or 6 days with her, but she shit in a box and she drank water and food and she was inside. So it was really no big deal, but you can't do that with the dog.
Doug, I had actually it was more my sister's dog, like when we were younger, but Doug, I swear every 6 months, I had to have like a talk with my sister and be like, Joel, your dog's gonna fucking die. Because Doug, she was always she lived like 400 years, this fucking dog. I don't know how, right? I don't know how. But Doug, she would always eat some random ass shit. She would fucking, Doug, I remember she drank like a fucking like, hold on. Oh, I just heard something. And I'm all in the house by myself, Doug. I thought I was getting robbed. Well, I remember she ate like, I don't know how much fucking we had in the shed, like right there by where the dog was. We had a gallon of fucking coolant, right? Of like antifreeze or whatever. Yeah. Right, Doug? This shit had fell over and there was like a puddle of it.
Don't incriminate yourself, bro.
I was like, how long has she been drinking this shit, right? And because like you'd walk outside, she'd be drinking it, and I was like, oh shit, like her name was Coco. So I'd be like, oh fuck, she drank antifreeze. I was like, she's gonna fucking die, right? No, she was a fucking champ, right? And I was like, damn it, I had to have fucking a conversation with my sister and be like, hey, Pretty sure she's gonna fucking die, right? Then later, I remember she was like, we found these like electrical cables and shit, dog, that she had bit down to. Like, I was like, this bitch didn't get electrocuted. I was like, what the fuck, dog, right? And I was like, hey, I was like, Jewel, if she does that again, she might fucking die, right? And she was like, oh, okay, fucking, I guess she's gonna fucking die, right?
See,
And
okay,
then
but let me pause you right there. Like hardcore dog lovers don't conversate back and forth like that. And oh, is she gonna die? Yeah, she's gonna die. All right. No, bro, like they just but that's where the break's at. You're like, fuck it. Oh well, bitch been drinking antifreeze. You know what I mean? Like think about the white lady in like the suburban neighborhood. Oh my God, bro, that dog's going to the vet. They're pumping stomachs. You know, yeah.
Going to the vet, dog. I don't even go to the doctor. I'm gonna send my fucking dog to the vet.
Bro, dude, I spent a lot of money at the vet, bro. My ex had a cat that had like kidney failure 5 different times, bro, and it was like 2 G's every time he took the cat in.
Fuck that shit. I would have been like,
it was a family pet, bro.
We were a family of 6.
We were the family of 6, bro, and everyone loved the cat. You just fucking let it die and break your kid's heart when you can fix it.
It's gonna die eventually, so it's like,
yeah, but it started having problems at 6. It died at 16. Are you gonna rob those kids growing up of a connection they got when they loved the cat? I mean,
then you shouldn't have had the cat. $2,000 a fucking pop when they're fucking going to the doctor.
Yeah, but
I'll get her another cat.
Yeah, see, and that's the disconnect.
But then again, I've never liked cats, to be honest. So I fucking hate cats. So I would have fucking been like, hey, this fucking cat's gonna die, and then we're gonna get you a fucking dog. You know?
Yeah.
So I've never liked cats. Oh, Doug, I had a dog that ate a bandana one time, and I didn't even know until I seen like this much bandana sticking out of his ass, right? And I was like, oh fuck. So I had to fucking pull the bandana out of his ass.
That's what the vet's for, bro. That's what the vet's for.
Not if you do it slowly. You're good, dog.
I'm not sticking my hand up his ass unless it's life or death, bro. I'm taking him to the vet and they can do it.
I didn't stick nothing up his ass. It was sticking out like this much, and I had a glove.
Did you fondle his balls while you're down there?
No, Doug. Remember, I don't love dogs like you do. So, God.
Did you flick them then? You didn't fondle them, you flicked them up.
Oh my God, but that's so fucking crazy, Doug. Just to think about, like, Doug, but that, like, you saying, like, spending $2,000 a pop to like that, like every time they're going like with kidney failure, that sounds like fucking like, damn, that's fucking nuts. Like to me,
but you know what though? The thing is that it's a family pet. Everyone's was connected to the cat. I like the cat. I didn't even like cats before this cat, but this cat was hella chill. The cat was fucking just go kick it. It wouldn't fucking bug you unless you wanted attention. The cat was hella chill, dude. And and it's like, what do you do, man? I mean, I'm still buying a house, right? It didn't set me back like overall in life. And you know, this pet, which you said in the beginning of the conversation, is kind of like a child, has provided you, you know, how many years of a companionship, and it wasn't fucking, it wasn't conditional, bro. The cat never gets mad at you. The cat's never pissed off. I mean, it's the same with the dog. Like I had my last dog, his name was Hannibal. And anybody that ever met that dog loved him, bro. He was a blue pit and he was dope. And he lived 16 years. He lived 16 years. So I don't know how you have a pet that long and you don't make like a personal connection. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, you do. No. And don't get me wrong.
So when he died, bro, that shit hurt. Like it didn't just hurt me. You know, like anyone who met the dog was kind of sad that knew him really well. He was part of the family, bro. But I did not pull a bandana out of his ass ever.
But Doug, I have a friend.
What color was it, bro? Now tell me a little more about you. What color was the bandana, Holmes?
It was red.
I
remember because the dog was black, right? It was a black dog.
Yeah, I'm looking like he's playing for the Bulls. Oh, is he shooting threes or what?
Okay, Doug. You know what though?
For Halloween, my dog's Scottie Pippen. Yeah, no, and the antifreeze thing's no joke too, because Chapo's always into some shit because he's a staffy, and they're a little more mischievous than pit bulls. I mean, pit bulls chew, they do, you know, like Hannibal, he chewed a lot of shit up and he did some damage, but staffies are different. They're like a little more mischievous, but they're also more personal. And so like, you know, he wants to be your best friend, bro. He don't want to leave your side ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's fucked some shit up too. and he's never drank antifreeze or nothing like that, but he has chewed a lot of fucking shit. And then I start worrying about, like you said, with the bandana, is he swallowing the shit? Is he trying to shit it out? Or I haven't seen nothing crazy in his shit. But speaking of the bandana, you want to hear something crazy though? I got a buddy out there, and I actually 3 of them have the same name, but this is the half Japanese, half Okie one, and his name's Chris Young. And back in the day, we were all doing our thizzle and hustling and whatever. I remember he said fucking his kid fucking was missing some money, bro. Like he had left like $250 bills out, and he couldn't find his shit. And fucking his kid was still in diapers, like 1.5 or 2. And he said when he was changing his diaper, he seen part of the money.
Nah.
Like she ate his fucking scratch, bro. And I brought it up because you were talking about the bandana. And I don't think he had to pull it out. I don't think he had to pull it out of her ass or nothing. But I remember he said that some 50s were missing. And then when he was changing her diaper, it was like in the shit. Like he saw something in the shit.
Oh man, could you imagine that shit? Like literally that shit, you know, like that's crazy.
You probably would have punched her.
But oh my goodness, that's fucking crazy. But yeah, man, I don't know, it's crazy. Like back to Rich's shit. You know, that's why, like, I don't know. That's why, Doug, I guess fucking my dog eating antifreeze and shit, and like I don't know, like, oh, that dog, it was half pit, half boxer. Okay. And that fucking dog,
that's a combo.
Dog, she fucking lived through every fucking thing, you know? And yeah, it's just crazy. But
I think, and see, and I don't think taking the dog was the right answer either. So as I say that, I think a lot of your suggestions were good. I mean, I think you could have someone house sit. You know what I mean? If the dog's, it's like Hannibal, if he was well trained. So Chapo's not. He would fuck my shit up. So I would have to figure something out. I can't have him in here. Like, I don't trust him at all. He would fuck shit up. He just turned 3 the other day, but he's damaging shit. But Hannibal wouldn't have. So at Hannibal at 6, you could have had a doggy door and had someone come check on him a couple times a day, make sure he had food and water, and he would be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, or even the kennel when Hannibal was young, and I did live with, you know, I was married and there were 6 people in the house. We would take him to the kennel, but you would find the vets that were like in the smaller towns. We lived in Humboldt in Southern Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
So since he was such a good dog and he was a pit bull and he looked hella mean, but he was a lover, everyone loved him. So you would find those vets that, yeah, you had to put him in the kennel, and technically he's, you know, in a kennel, but they would always give him extra attention and extra treats because they liked him. So you'd find those vets that had that, and I would kennel them. We would leave for 3 days or 5 days or whatnot, and you would just drop him off somewhere that you felt he was safe and taken care of, and you paid the fee. If you can't, why? Because Piper Waffles is what, English Bulldog?
Yeah. Or no, she's a French Bulldog, is she?
A Frenchie. Bro, Frenchies are 3 to 5 G's. Why buy the $3,000 to $5,000 dog if you can't pay to get it babysat while you go out of town for fucking Thanksgiving?
Yeah, and see, and you know what though, and you know what, I think this actually all comes full circle to a conversation that we had last week. This is the very first time that Rich has ever been on a budget, and you know, and he says, "Oh no, it wasn't about the money." You know, he said that he tried to, you know, he was saying it so much. He thought, I think that he felt if he said it enough, he would convince us. But it wasn't about the money, Doug, because if not,
it's always why not? About the money, and it should be.
Because like he was saying, oh, it was going to be a pain in the ass to fly them, and it was going to be more expensive and all this shit. And so they were going to drive 20 fucking hours with the dog and shit. And like Rich said, he'll never do that again. And I think he did eventually say it was kind of him being a little cheap or whatever. But, you know, and I don't blame him because he's got a lot of responsibilities. He's got a lot of fucking, you know, big ass grown people bills, you know, like,
yeah,
I see where he's coming from, but why not just fucking be like real? Like,
usually, bro, usually for me, if I got to see where Rich Davis is coming from, it's going to take a set of contacts and bifocals because I never see where that motherfucker's coming from.
Yeah. Yeah, and see, and the thing is, like, I do see where he's coming from on this part, but I think a little bit of him not wanting to really like say, oh, it's because of like we're trying to save a few bucks or whatever. Maybe it's like a little insecurity, you know. And I'm like, Doug, I moved recently into the house that I'm in right now, and I cut fucking all kinds of subscriptions that I had, you know? And I saved myself like
how many OnlyFans subscriptions do you still have?
only two. One is
That's not
Cat
bad.
from The Fighter and the Kid. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But no, but I'm saying like I cut a gang of shit, and Doug, I saved myself like $200 a month. And I was like, fuck yeah. And now, like I told you the other day, I did a jailbreak on my Fire Stick.
Hell yeah.
And fucking now I got all the shit that I used to have. But before I was being a little lazy, and I was like, fuck it. What's, $20 for this subscription, $10 for this
it adds
subscription?
up,
What's
bro.
fucking Doug, when I cut all that shit off, I was like, oh, it does add up. It adds up quickly.
You know what my formula is that one thing that I do nowadays, bro, is I value my time, because as you get older, you realize that time's flying by. As your kid gets older, she's young now. I know what she in dance, and she's in kindergarten, right? In school.
Yeah.
And before you know it, she's going to graduate high school, and you don't get that time back. And once that happens and you start to realize that time flies like that, like my daughter, 24 years old, and I don't think I look like I got a 24-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so either.
But
I told my mom that the other day because I was showing her that one chip challenge. And I told her, I was like, oh, he's got a grown kid. And she was like, are you fucking serious? Because you look like you're my brother's age. And I mean, you got a couple of years of my brother, but I mean, to have fucking grown ass daughter like that, that's like basically my sister's age. I'm like, hell no, you do not look like you have a kid that age.
Well, I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
Doug, I don't know what it is with all the compliments today. Before we started recording, I'm like, you look thinner today. And
I know. I was like, hey, I appreciate that.
I don't know, man.
Especially after Thanksgiving. Like, you don't usually get that one the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Like, that's usually when you're talking about your New Year's resolution already.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me do something real quick. I forgot to do this earlier. Oh, you know what, Doug? I just remembered we didn't even throw a baseline tray in when we got started or nothing.
We didn't.
No, but anyway, Doug. So let's go back to the
Oh fuck, gobble gobble, bro.
Let's go back to that real quick.
Hell yeah. Well, how was your turkey day? What kind of foods in the Javier Feet's household? What's your specialty? Did you
Doug,
cook?
it was dope as fuck this year because I went to my girl's one of her best friends is Levette, right? Levette and Doug, they're or Charles, he goes by both, but they're
fucking three-way.
Check this out. They're fucking
Levette, Charles, and Doug.
Levette, Charles, and Doug. Yeah, whenever they try to get freaky, they throw both names out there.
Ooh.
But they are a African American couple, right?
They sound like they're a throuple.
Doug, their fucking Thanksgiving was off the fucking hook. We had 3 houses to hit this year. We had to go to Levette's, we had to go to my grandma's, and then we had to go to my brother's, right?
You know what I do, bro, when I got 3 houses?
What?
I get hella stoned before each one, bro. So it don't matter what I ate at the last one. I got the munchies like a motherfucker. Because, when you go into those houses, they're showcasing their food. They want, they're looking to see what you like and what you don't like. And I was always like the superstar because I get hella loaded and I'd eat everything. And they'd be like, oh, try this and try that. All right, fuck it. Give it here.
Yeah, no. So check this out. We went to Levette's first. And, Doug, I ain't never had a Thanksgiving like them. They fucking had some they had fucking collard greens fucking homemade mac and cheese, Doug. Like
where it wasn't just like slimy mac and cheese, right? Like it stretched.
Fuck no, Doug. This shit was so
like
good.
pizza.
And I asked fucking Doug. I was like, hey, because he made it. I was like,
from I Love Roadhead.
I was like, I'm calling Charles,
Doug?
right? I asked Charles. I was like, Charles. I was like, damn. I was like, where'd you learn to make this? And he was like, oh, he's like, let me tell you. He's like, I used to watch my grandmama. He's like, when I was little, because they're from Texas. Player. And yeah, he was like, yeah, he told me, listen here, player. And he was telling me that he used to watch his grandma, so he learned how to make it from his grandma. And I don't know where she's originally from, but I know he grew up in Texas. And Doug, it was like, fuck. So it was an old family recipe, Doug. And then my girl goes and fucking, I'm like, oh my goodness. So Doug, so she walks into the fucking kitchen, right? And she looks at the collard greens, and she goes, "Hey," how many?
Did they have bacon and onions in them?
They had. I don't know what the fuck they had in it. I think it had bacon, but they had some kind of meat that I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was good as fuck.
Was it chitlins?
I don't know, Doug. I guess I just ate it. I didn't ask. But my girl goes and she peeks in the pot, and she goes,
She
"Hey,
peed
how
in
many
the
bags?"
pot.
She peeked.
Oh, okay.
So
Sorry,
she
bro.
peeked in the pot. It wasn't Shannon. I didn't go to this fucking dinner with Shannon.
Thought you went on a date with
So,
Shannon, brother.
so my girl peeks in the pot and she goes, "Hey, how many bags of spinach did you use for that?" And I'm like,
Uh-oh.
and then I look, Livette looks at me.
Did
I
a
look at Charles.
did a red light start flashing and the siren go off or what?
Fucking Charles looks at me and fucking Doug. It was like there was like the record skipped. Everybody
Yep.
started looking, and I go, "I'm sorry," and I go, "Babe," I go, "That's collard greens." She goes, "Oh, it is," and they were like, "Yeah." But
I love
I was
greens.
like, Doug, but that shit was fucking bomb. So we had that shit all over there, and then fucking Charles made some, like, he did like the whole dinner, right? So he made like some peach cobbler and some fucking like bread pudding or some
I
shit.
love bread pudding and
It
peach
was, I
cobbler.
think it was like, yeah,
Smacking.
fuck, Doug. I fucked that shit up to the point of when I went to my grandma's that evening. I was still fucking full from the breakfast that we had, or the early lunch or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it was. And to where, Doug, they had like the big ass like dinner plates at my grandma's house, right? I was so fucking like, I know I'm not trying to feel sick when I leave here, because I knew if I ate on one of those plates I was gonna be sick. So I grabbed one of the small plates for pie.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna put a little bit of fucking everything on here. So, Doug, so at my grandma's, I had a plate this big with fucking
Oh,
with
she
my
didn't take that
dinner.
personal or what?
No, she didn't. And but I had like just like a little bit of everything. It was fucking bomb. I did go back the next morning, and I housed that shit like fucking like nobody's business. But like one of the things, Doug, that like my aunt made, she made it was a broccoli casserole or some shit.
Uh-huh.
Dog, that shit was fucking bomb, right? And so it was funny because I'm thinking, Doug, like, what's in the broccoli casserole, right? I'm thinking like broccoli and like some like crumbs or some shit on top, right? Dog, she told me how she made it, and fucking there was a gang of butter in it. There was a gang of fucking, like, I don't know if it was like cream cheese or what, but Doug,
Manteca?
there was a manteca, everything in there. So, Doug, after she told me, I was like, well, fuck, no wonder that shit was so good. There was barely any broccoli in it.
Yeah,
It was
it ain't
fucking
right
bomb.
without the manteca. And
Manteca.
how many of our listeners know about the white and green pale or the Farmer John lard?
Yeah, no shit. It was funny. George Lopez actually has a joke about sometimes growing up, all they ate was manteca. They're like,
Mhm.
what are you making? He's like, manteca.
Mm-hmm.
You just hear it frying in the kitchen.
Fuck, you can throw anything in it though, bro.
Yeah.
You could throw anything in manteca. You get that shit boiling on a little skillet or whatnot, bro. You throw in bread, it's gonna come out good. You throw in
Exactly.
anything.
Exactly. How the fuck we gonna have deep fried bananas?
Really? How'd you deep fry your hot Cheetos?
Not
Not Cheetos, it's Cheetos. It's Cheetos.
Chetos.
Yeah.
But fucking, let me see. Oh, so what do you have for this week? Actually, after Rich's fucking dog story and the Thanksgiving.
I got a couple good ones, man. I'll be honest. Well, the first one, I'm a little scared of it because Kristen's a brave woman. Because
I know where you're going with this. I have that. That's like my third note. I know where you're going.
Nah.
Come
So
on.
yeah, Spotty Boy's talking about he rented a Tesla and he's smashing and he used that third party company or whatever he did. And I remember telling
Toro.
what was it called?
Toro, Toro.
Toro, that's right. And I just once he said he wanted to bang Kristen in the back while it drived, I thought that's so much in my lane, bro. That's something I would do. And right then I was like, yeah, Spotty. Like when he said that, I got a big old Kool-Aid smile ear to ear, and I started cheesing, and I was like, that's a good ass idea, man.
It's funny because like I'm telling you, like, in theory sounds like a good idea, but I could tell you, like, on execution, I wouldn't do it. I would be so fucking scared. Because, Doug, I don't trust, like, as much as I love technology and shit, I don't trust it, especially not to drive my ass on the freeway.
Well, don't go on the freeway, bro. Just go on like residentials and set it at like 25.
I'm thinking they're on the freeway.
Go to
and
your
they're
old
gonna be in
neighborhood, bro. Hey, go to your old neighborhood, set that fucker on cruise control, and pop it out in the back seat. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you like that, baby? Smacking some ass. Pow, pow. While the fucking Tesla's driving.
Oh,
That'd be dope,
I think
bro.
we got to know El Cucuy a little bit more this episode than I think
Girl,
we
you're
ever
gonna take
have.
this load to the face.
Oh fuck! On the Tesla symbol, take that,
On the
fucking
Tesla.
Elon Musk.
Rich likes his fucking Blue Jazz mugs. I like Tesla symbols.
That's funny as fuck, dog. Because that sounds like it does sound fun in theory, but to me,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
thinking like, I
don't know. I'm a freak like that. I like to go park in. I fucking remember one time, bro, at the Yosemite fucking porta potty, bro. We went to Yosemite. There was a porta potty. I'm like Humpty Hump taught you that back in the day. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. Come on, man.
But a Burger King bathroom, I mean, it's not gonna drive off the road and fucking go get wrapped around a telephone pole, you know. Wrap the 6 pole around a telephone pole.
Just go,
you know?
go 20, bro. And if it crashes, you'll just stab it that much harder.
As soon as you hit, you fucking
This is an advertisement for Pure Romance. Get your El Cucuy mold. Free shipping.
PureRomance.com/Jalissa. But yeah, Doug, that's fucking that's just that was cool. I thought it was funny as fuck because Spot has, I mean, as much as we were talking about him a few episodes ago being, you know, so much of a little bitch boy when it came to like chicks and shit.
And
motherfucker has got hella fucking brave and ready to fucking get down and shit in the middle of a fucking Tesla on fucking yeah.
But that ties back into our conversation of why it's not Covino Rich's fault. This cocky bastard now wants to fuck in the back of a Tesla, but he's mad at them because he couldn't spit game at Maxim chicks in fucking 08, 09, and 2010.
Yeah, think about it. Think about if he was mobbing around in his Tesla and he had a fucking homie with them that was acting how he used to act back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Think about like if Spot now was to take Christian of 07, 08 to a party, he would be like, man, why are you trying to fuck up my flavor? You know?
Right.
Like get over it. Like you're kind of fucking cramping my style.
You're a goofy motherfucker. He would, if Spot could go back in time, he would just call himself a goofy.
Doug, if Spot was fucking, if he was smart back in the day, he would have fucking turned that Jufro into some cornrows. Doug, as corny as he was and shit, could you imagine him mobbing around and being like that? All the chicks would have been like, "Whoa!"
They call me the knockoff Jamie Kennedy.
Who's the chubby guy with the cornrows? You know,
he's a knockoff Jamie Kennedy.
He would have. B-Rad. Do you remember Malibu's Most Wanted?
Oh, I remember B-Rad. That shit was dope. I might have to watch that shit today since you brought it up.
Doug, that's a good fucking movie. If you guys are listening to this, you probably have seen it, right? Malibu's Most Wanted, Jamie Kennedy, Brad is fucking, he's like, it's B-Rad. Brad is my slave name.
Oh yeah, that shit was classic. Classic.
But I keep almost choking.
Oh, that Pure Romance talk.
It's that vaccine I got shit.
Bro, we don't
Did I
talk
tell you
about
I got that
word.
shit?
You did.
Did I tell you I got that? Doug, I had to get that shit a few days ago. Fucking
episode 197, Daniel turns into a zombie.
They mentioned this week the facts of life and
they, him, or her?
Covino Rich and Spot.
Okay.
They, them, he's.
He, she, her.
Well, Doug, fucking okay. I'll be honest. Back in the day,
no, I want you to lie to me, bro. Don't be honest. Tell me some lies.
No, I'll be honest this time. So back in the day, fucking I had a fever for the flavor, right? So
but you like African American ladies?
Hell yeah. Well, check it out. So they were talking about different strokes and facts of life, and so I put on the fucking chat. I said, "Oh, fucking, what's up with Tootie? You remember Tootie?"
I do, but question: Dudley or fucking boners to bone?
Boners to bone, because I don't know who Dudley is.
Dudley, bro, that was Arnold's little homie on Different Strokes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't that into Different Strokes.
What about the Gooch?
Okay, I watched Different Strokes, but Doug, that shit came out on TV Land and shit, like fucking in like '97.
Oh,
they were reruns and shit. Nah, I thought that was a spot between your asshole and your balls.
Yeah, and before that, that's your gooch.
Why are you talking about that shit?
Or your fucking taint, right? Your gooch, your taint. Yeah, same shit. But the gooch was the bully on Different Strokes. I remember one episode he got Arnold and fucking Dudley, who was his homeboy. That's like you and Lou Dog. Dudley's Lou Dog, right? He got them to fucking
You
smoke
got
cigarettes,
diddled.
bro. And he would take their lunch money, the gooch, bro. He was the bully.
Oh fuck! You know what? See, my shit was more like when it comes to those shows that were repeated when I was younger. Like I watched like Happy Days. I watched fucking like Growing Pains. I watched fucking The Jeffersons. I watched
What you talking about, Daniel?
I watched The Jeffersons. I watched fucking I'm trying to think of all the shows that were on TV Line and shit, like All in the Family, all that shit, you know. But Different Strokes and Facts of Life, I only watched here.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and then you have the Facts of Life, huh?
Yeah, and see, like I knew
life.
like I watched Different Strokes, but not to the point where like I knew all like the references and shit, you know.
Oh, bro, what you talking about?
But yeah, let me get back to Okay, of course I know that, but let me get back to my fucking Tootie story and a fucking list that I made over here, dog. So I made
Tootie and the Blowfish.
Tootie and the Blowfish, exactly. Let me see. I have fucking a little list right here, and I call it the baddest sistas that I wanted to fucking that I wanted to marry when I was younger. Let me go ahead and let me throw a couple of names at you.
Jay Blige.
Michelle Williams from fucking Destiny's Child.
Okay. Not Beyonce?
Michelle?
How'd you end up with her?
Hey, Beyonce's on here too. Calm down.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, but Michelle Williams.
How'd you start with her? Isn't she the one that you're like, yeah, I'd bang her too?
No, see, for me, I liked Michelle more than Beyonce when I was younger.
Huh?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know, Doug. Just because the media is telling me to like Beyonce, don't mean I'm gonna fucking like Beyonce.
Bro, the Beehive's coming for your ass.
I thought fucking okay. And Beyonce's bad. All right. Growing up,
too late, bro. They're coming for you.
No, but look, no, Beehive, kick back.
He's like, no.
I know Beyonce's bad. All right, but I'm saying fucking like 14-year-old me fucking thought Michelle was this shit. I fucking loved me some Michelle Williams. So Michelle Williams. All right. We got Christina Milian. Come on now. I love me some Christina Milian to this day. Christina Milian, my girl knows that, hey, if Christina Milian was ever like, hey, I'm into fat Mexicans, I would have to be like, peace, you know? So fucking Christina Milian, Beyonce, right? Ashanti, right? Aaliyah.
Okay.
All right. Then
even after R. Kelly touched her?
We got to get into fucking the ones that were a little older.
Bro, you would go with Aaliyah. I mean, rest in peace, Aaliyah. But R. Kelly, she was with R. Kelly, right? Didn't you think he peed on her?
Okay, have her take a shower. Aaliyah was bad, dog.
You know what doesn't happen in the shower?
Huh?
It doesn't clean your memory bank. But go ahead, my bad.
Oh, hold on.
She's gonna have nightmares of his golden stream forever.
Hold on. Let me see. I'm trying to think of. Hold on. I'll get back to my list in 2 seconds. Hold on. There was fucking.
While you do that, R. Kelly.
You gonna look up R. Kelly like jams or what? Let me hear. I thought you were gonna play some R. Kelly jams.
No, I was just playing the P effect.
Oh,
is that you? Bro, are you playing that right now? What the fuck is that?
You don't remember how good fucking Aaliyah looked back in the day?
Oh, she was bad. There's no doubt about it.
Right here. Here we go. You know what? I'm gonna have to actually go here.
Dang,
try again. The try again video. Oh my goodness! Fucking forget about it. Aaliyah was so bad back in the day, dog. Okay, let me see. So Aaliyah, I got Aaliyah right here.
Hey, bro, that's straight up boner music.
Oh, you know what? You want to hear fucking you want to hear something funny about Aaliyah? Remember I told you we fucking had dinner at fucking Levette's house, right?
Yeah.
Her daughter's name is Zalia, right? After Jay-Z and Aaliyah. So their daughter's name is Zalia.
Zalia?
Zalia. She's
I can
cool.
dig it.
So check it out. So okay, we got after Aaliyah, we have the ones that were a little older than me, but I still think are some fucking baddies. Like to this day, we got Halle Berry. Come on now, can't go wrong with Halle Berry.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Right? Fucking beautiful as fuck, even though she's like 300 years old now.
But she still looks like
Robin
she's 25.
Dog, do you remember Robin Givens in the 90s?
Yeah, she always had a fucked up mouth for me though.
She had that gap. I didn't give a fuck.
No, it wasn't the teeth. It was like she had like the underbite bullshit, or Mike Tyson broke it or something. It wasn't good.
Doug, do you remember that interview with her?
Yes.
Where she's talking about Mike Tyson fucking getting loking up on her and shit.
He wanted to kill her in that interview.
And Doug, she's like, and he's like this in the whole fucking interview. He's like this. Doug, he's just mad dogging her so fucking hard. But Robin Givens, I thought, oh my good. Okay, you know what? The baddest I ever found Robin Givens was on that couple episodes. She came out on Fresh Prince. Right. So anybody that watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air back in the day, oh my goodness. She even had a poem. What was it with Will?
Hillary, speaking of Fresh Prince, did Hillary or Ashley make your list?
All right, check this out. So Robin Givens. Actually, I have, these are ones I dug as a kid.
Mike Tyson was giving some fucking shit to Robin, that's for sure.
Okay, so these are ones that I dug as a kid. Number one.
What do you mean a kid? How old, bro? We're talking about
I was like 12. I don't know. So when I was like 12, all right, I got right here. Tatiana Ali.
Okay.
Ashley Banks. She was fucking, that was my shit when I was little. Ashley Banks. And then I have Lisa Bonet. Come on, do you remember Lisa Bonet?
Yeah, but she got foul for me. There was a cutoff.
For real? What made her foul?
The fucking hairstyles.
You didn't like the dreads or what? I thought dreads were hot as fuck.
I didn't like the dreads on her.
Okay. But Lisa Bonet. So let me see. Oh, I got one right here. I know some of these are going past El Cucuy. Cucuy's not down with some of these, but I know one that he will fucking, one that El Cucuy put on my list and he didn't even know. The honorable Faith Jenkins.
Faith Jenkins, yeah.
Faith Jenkins.
She got to make
talk
the list.
About a fucking baddie.
Let me see. Sorry, Kenny Lattimore. I mean, nothing personal, bro, but
yeah, I'm not okay. I'm not. I realize how long my list is right here, so I'm not gonna go through all of them. But a couple.
What about the one I just sent you, bro? The chick from Good Doctor.
From Good Doctor.
Yeah, I just sent it to you. Didn't you hear it in the interruption in the fucking show? Bing.
I did, but I didn't fucking.
You don't have your phone on vibrate either, fool.
Well, I heard it. I just ignored it because I thought it was like another backstory.
Thonia Thomas, bro. She's a sister with like green or blue eyes or something. She's on Good Doctor.
I see her. Yeah, no, she's bad. I'll throw her on this list. There ain't no fun. I'm not hating nobody on this list. But just a couple more real quick, just so I can wrap it up. Megan Good. Come on. Megan Good? No? Yes, no? Maybe so.
Let me search her real quick. Keep going. I'm gonna get back to you.
Okay. I'll tell you when I found love with Megan Good is when
you fell in love with her?
When I was little, yeah. She was on a show called My Cousin Skeeter.
She's bad.
She on My Cousin Skeeter, I found love with her. Her name was what was her name on Cousin Skeeter? Nina. Her name was Nina on My Cousin Skeeter. She's fucking
Nina the sperm cleaner.
She's fucking so bad, dog, to this day.
I like her better with hair though, because there's a couple pictures of her where she's bald headed, and I'm not digging that.
Yeah, no, I won't get with that one. And then the very last one,
I gotta have something to pull on.
I'll say fucking the very last one right here that I'll throw is fucking Rihanna. I love me some Rihanna.
Yeah.
But all right. But anyway, dog, there's my list of fucking baddies.
Shout out Faith Jenkins.
Faith Jenkins, yeah, dog. So let me see. Oh, and you know what? I have a question real quick.
How come Doja Cat or Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi G didn't make the list, bro? You don't like them?
They did. Cardi B's on here. 100%, but I just didn't want to go through my whole list. I was gonna be here all day.
What about Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, fucking Doug, like you said, Doja Cat, all of them, Doug. But I was trying to think of
what about the chick that fucked Chloe's man? What's that bro's name? Jordan Woods.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, what about so Jordan Woods? What about Prince?
Like like the artist Prince, like Purple Rain Prince.
I mean, he's kind of feminine.
Oh man, but yeah.
Michael Jackson didn't make your list either, bro.
Hey, but check this out. You know what? Part of my list, because like you said, like Doja Cat and shit. See, Doja Cat's bad, right? If you show me a picture of her, I'm like, oh, she's bad, right? But
Okay.
what part of my list, one of the things I made into my list was I had to be able to pick them out of a lineup, right? So if you
Yes.
put a gang of chicks, right, and you're like, hey, which one's Doja Cat, and say they were all bad, I couldn't tell you that one's Doja Cat.
What about
You know,
Sweetie, bro?
who's Sweetie?
Gotta check it out. You gotta hit the Google A.
Okay, I will. That's an assignment for not only me but for everybody listening that don't know who that
It's
is.
homework. It's
But
homework.
but no, but see that's where it came on my list, is I had to be able to like be like, oh wait, that's Megan Good. You could throw me some hot ass chicks in a lineup, but if I can't be like, oh, that's Megan Good right there. If I can't do that, then I didn't want to put her on my list.
What about
So like, there's a
Skylar
gang like the
Diggins,
Doja
bro?
Cats. Who?
Skylar Diggins.
Who's that?
Check her out, bro. She plays in the WNBA. Skylar Diggins.
The WNBA, dog. You want some fucking 9-foot chick?
She's not 9 feet, bro. And her last name is Diggins, bro. You could be Diggins in that ass.
Okay, I gotta
You can
check it
reach
out
for the
real quick.
sky, bro, while you're doing it. Skylar, bro. Reach for the sky and
Oh,
dig.
Skylar Diggins. Okay,
Oh.
I'll take it.
Hey, you can reach for the
Hey,
sky
she's
while
only
you
5'9".
told you, bro. I got
That's
4
not
inches
bad.
on her.
5'9". I knew some baddies that were 5'10".
Bro, Skylar Diggins.
Oh yeah, no, she is a fucking baddie. Let me see. Skylar Diggins, 5'9". That ain't bad. We're good. We're good. But yeah, man, I fucking I don't want to take more time with my list, but
Yeah, no, I hear you. No, you know what? I got another one for you though. I got a good one. So the guys this week were talking about letting their women drive. And Rich was kind of saying that he would never let Sarah do it. Covino said he would let Jordan do it, but he would be worried about her or whatnot. How do you feel about that? What's your thought process? And if your chick had to drive to New York with Kennedy, would you be okay? Without Kennedy, would you be okay? How do you stand?
you know what? My girl does a lot of traveling, but it's usually no more than like 6 hours each way, right? Like she goes to LA pretty often, San Diego pretty often, Vegas, Phoenix, stuff like that, which is all under 6 hours. Any one of those. Vegas is the furthest, and it's about 4.5 or 5 hours. In LA is the same. LA is about 5 hours. So that she does that shit pretty often, which I don't dig it, but she does it so often to like Covino said, where he was like, she's a grown up, she's done it a million times. Like she fucking like Covino said about Jordan, she's been doing
Right.
it way before he was in the picture.
Right.
Like my girl, for me, whenever like I was going out of town and shit, my family was so strict about like, okay, do you have an oil change? How are your tires? How do you fucking, like everything, make sure your car is fucking good to go. If not, you're gonna get a rental car. You're gonna. So that's how it was
Bro,
for me.
you had to
Doug,
do
my
all that to
girl
leave?
fucking, huh?
You had to do all that to go out of town?
That whenever, yeah, to me, like it was always like something that was kind of instilled in us as kids, to where
Mhm.
when we grew up, it was kind of like that was just a normal checklist for me if I was going to go out of town and I was taking my
Gotcha.
own vehicle. So
Okay.
it was just like, even to this day, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go see Luis, which is only like 3 hours away. I'm still like, okay, I'm gonna get an oil change. I'm gonna fucking check my tires. I'm gonna, to me, it's just a checklist before I bounce.
Right.
My girl, I remember her telling me stories like her and her friend Missy. One day they were going to like El Centro or something,
Bro,
which is like 45 minutes away.
is she friends with my kid's baby mama, bro? That's her name.
What?
Misty.
Oh no, it's Missy.
It's Missy. I just call her Misty because I'm a dick.
Oh, okay. No, well, yeah. So they were, I think they were going to El Centro or something, which is like 45 minutes away. And then they said, fuck it, let's go to fucking San Diego. So they went to San Diego, which is like 2.5 hours away, right?
Yeah.
And then just like passing fucking El Centro, they just kept going. And for me, that shit sounds like foreign. But like Covino said, she was doing this shit way before I was in the picture. So for me, I'm not comfortable with her just like leaving on a whim like that. but you know, she does a lot of shit for cheer, and she like does like photography and shit, and so she's always
Yeah.
leaving. But you know, so I'm not a fan of it. I don't care if she's going by herself or with Kennedy. I really don't dig her being on the road like that. But I think a lot of it has to do like what I told you about, like the car accident we got in, you know, which was fucking like hella traumatizing.
Right.
So to me, I'm always like nervous when somebody's going out of town, you know, that I care about. I'm just like, if I don't care about them, I'm like, hey, have fun. But
Like your dog.
you know, if my dog told me I'm gonna be in Phoenix, I'll be like, well, call me when you get there. You know,
Here, fucker, here's some
But-
antifreeze.
here's some antifreeze in case you get thirsty.
Drink up, motherfucker.
Here, and leave the bandanas.
Yeah, that's what you get for
but-
fucking with my fucking bandana.
But you know what though? The one time I did have a fucking problem with it, where I didn't dig it like at all, is my girl wanted to drive to Wyoming, which is 19 hours, right?
Okay.
19 hours straight. So think about if you stop like Rich did, right? Rich stopped in like Tucson and then fucking whatever. He said it was still like 20, 25 hours.
Yeah.
You know, from door to door, basically, right? With all the stops in between. So it's 19 hours a straight shot. So I don't know, dog. Just for me, I did not want my girl to drive to Wyoming. Fucking
Did you have her
19
bring you back some
hours.
fireworks so you can make money?
No,
Or
she
or-
ended up not going.
Are mortars legal in your spot?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think they are. I'm not positive though, because Mexico's 10 minutes away.
Right.
So they are. I mean, people just go to Mexico and bring back a shit ton, whether they're legal here or not, because they're going to be cheaper in Mexico, right?
Right.
So fucking, but 19 hours like that, like by herself or her with the kid. I don't know, dog. I'm not comfortable with that. Like we had that conversation I told you where we just, I didn't want her to go.
Right.
So I'm not, I mean, but you know, 4 or 5 hours. Okay, cool. You know, knock that out in a fucking shot, you know, even I would even say up to like 8 hours one way. Okay, cool. But I mean, 19, 20 hours. Come on. That's, I mean, to be by yourself, I just feel like it's dangerous, you know, but it's just a personal opinion. So I don't know. How do you feel?
Well, I had an ex. I mean, I'm going to just play devil's advocate. You know, 19, 20 hours each way, bro, is 40 hours. There's only 24 in the day. So that's at least 2 nights at the strip club. I'm just saying. But anyways, I had an ex.
My fucking
And
dude right here.
I had an ex, and yeah, because she ain't coming home. You know what I mean?
19 hours one way, let a couple hours pass. You're like, all right, cool. She's definitely not coming back because she forgot something.
You ain't gonna get bitched at because it's 3:30 when you finally stumble in. But no, I had an ex, man, and I had met her in Oregon. We moved here, we moved to Humble, we moved back, we moved all the way around. And when I first got with her and we moved here from Oregon, one of the ways that she was able to pull that off was she agreed to bring her kid back to see the dad a couple times a month. So 2 times a month, bro, she was gone for the weekend, which was cool. And she would leave, you know, Friday when the kids got out of school at like 3:30 or 4. She wouldn't even be in Coos Bay, Oregon at like 2 a.m. It was a 10-hour shot. And she would do that twice a month for a couple of years. And then I did the same thing with my kid, you know, until she was in about the 5th grade. And same thing. I don't know, man. A lot of it, she was kind of street smart. So, you know, and she was a good driver. And so she had a good head on her shoulders. So, I mean, as far as that went, I didn't really worry about her too much. And I was probably young and I didn't give a fuck anyways. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, free time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm kicking it. I ain't got to hear shit this weekend. So it was kind of cool. But with her, I didn't worry about it at all. But I think it also depends on the individual. Is your chick a horrible driver? Because if she's a horrible driver, you're going to be worried about her going to the grocery shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, how is she in traffic? You know, what is she paying attention? Is she looking over her shoulders? Is she paying, you know, who's lurking around the parking lot? Because if you got a dum-dum, I'm sure that's not a good fucking feeling if she's trying to go anywhere. You know what I mean? Because you know she's at risk to get fucking taken advantage of or something. So I think a lot of it would depend on the chick. You know what I mean? And I totally agree with Covino, because if Jordan was already doing this shit and that's how she was already, you know, living her life before he came in the picture, it's mad respect to not expect her to change shit that she was already doing that was normal. You know what I'm saying? And Rich,
Yeah, no.
you know, with Sarah, I don't think he gives her enough credit. I mean, I just, you know, I think she definitely would be capable of doing it.
I think she would too, 100%. I think Sarah would be perfectly fine. I feel like she's very responsible. I feel like I don't feel like she's very hot headed. You know, I feel like if she was
No,
driving and somebody cut her off, I just feel she'd be like, bless their heart and just keep driving the speed limit. I don't think she would be crazy, you know?
not me. Like tailgate them till they fucking drive off the exit because you're acting like a madman.
Hey, dog, that's me too. That's me too.
I
Fuck
followed people
them.
before for like 20, 30 minutes. And I'm like, what am I doing, dude? We got off the route 30 minutes ago and I'm still pissed. Timeout, puff one.
That is no 100%, 100%, 100%. That's me. And no, I feel you where it's not good, man. It's not good. Like you think
Not
about that.
healthy.
You know what? I feel like it's like when you're fucking
That was a
like when
young
you're
El Cucuy,
fucking
though.
think about it like when you're gonna fucking nut and shit, right? And you're not thinking about nothing, right? And you're just trying to get your fucking nut like and you're just fucking like you're all fucking you're amped up and then you fucking nut and then you're like, fuck man, like what was I thinking or whatever, like you automatically like come to. I feel like
Like, bro, she was
literally
400 pounds. What am I doing? What's wrong with my life? What the
ah!
fuck?
Well, see, that, oh fuck, and
I'm
then your
going
homie
to
hits her up.
hell. Fuck.
Then your homie fucking hits her up, and you're like, "What's wrong with both of us?" Uh,
He
so,
watched the whole thing go down.
yeah, but yeah, like I just think right afterward, like you said, you're driving, you're all fucking heated, and there's been times like I don't give a fuck, I'll fucking drive right into this motherfucker,
Yes.
like
You know what, bro? I told August that my chick, I told her last night, I was like, hey, do you ever have those voices in your head, when someone cuts you off and they're like, you just get tempted just to give them a love tap, right? Not to cause no real damage, but just to kind of
yeah,
smack into them to say, fuck you, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And she
yeah,
said she
no, no,
got him,
no,
so I didn't feel so bad.
no, you know what, my
Tip
my
Dog would say
phrase
that's
that
Satan fucking with you, though.
my phrase that I'm still trying to shake when shit like that happens is like, especially like if say we're going like say a lane's gonna merge, right? And it's like two
Yeah.
lanes and it's gonna merge into one. And then someone like will like cut me off or whatever. And I'm like, motherfucker, like what like because I wasn't expecting it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
One of my things that I'm still trying to shake is like, oh, you want to play? I like to play. Right. As soon as that happens, dog, you better put on your motherfucking seatbelt because we're about to play, and that's where I get so fucking heated and I'm just like, oh no, this motherfucker don't know. Like I'll fucking there's been times where I've been going with the motherfucker or they're trying to like not let me in or something, and then
Oh, you got to force it.
I'm like, oh, you don't know, motherfucker? I know you have a limit on like if it's like a 35 or 45 or 55 or whatever, right? I'm like, I know you have a limit where your fucking conscience is gonna kick in and you're gonna say, oh no, I might
Yeah.
go to prison. But I'm like, I don't have that. So I will go as fast as I need to cut you off or whatever, because I like to play.
Like Bucky. Want to play? Alpha
Yeah,
male
but
plays. But no, I'm the
Doug, one
same
of the
way.
things,
I'm the same
it's
way.
funny though.
And being in Oakland, bro, for the last 5 months, those are the worst drivers I've ever seen in my life. Like I've driven all over the West Coast, lived in Oregon, frequented Washington a lot, Cali, born and raised, been all over Cali from the top to the bottom, from Crescent City to motherfucking San Ysidro to the shit out, taking
From the lakes of Minnesota
to
to
the
the
holes of fucking her butthole.
Tennessee.
Yeah. But no, I've been all over. These Oakland motherfuckers don't play, bro. And so I've been in the Bay Area and LA, lots of times. So you have to be aggressive because if you're not an aggressive driver in Bay Area traffic, you ain't gonna ever get shit. You're gonna miss all kind of exits.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I dig driving like in LA, because everybody there, I feel like
is
has the
aggressive.
same mentality. Everybody's fucking hauling ass. Everybody's like trying to get to wherever the fuck they're going. Dog, there's nothing more irritating. Is we're a big fucking town of snowbirds, right? So like right now is where, dog, I was so fucking pissed the other day. My fucking blood was boiling. I was going on a street that was 45 and both cars in both lanes were going 29.
Yeah.
29.
That's Coos Bay,
And
Oregon, all
dog,
day long,
I
bro.
fucking, my blood pressure starts going through the roof because I'm gripping my fucking steering wheel so tight. I'm like, how the fuck are you going 29 in a 45? And both of them, I'm like, are you guys both fucking serious, right? And that, yeah, I'm gonna kick back, but that's fucking,
Bro,
oh
the 101, Highway 101 is like the route, right? In like Northern California, Southern Oregon, Washington's the 101. In Eureka, the son of a bitch runs through downtown. The 101 is like you know when you get on those freeways where it goes through the heart of the town and now the motherfucking freeway has stoplights?
yeah,
The
yeah,
101 goes through a lot of towns in Oregon and, you know, Eureka, Oric, a lot of Crescent City. So, bro, you start getting into Northern Cali, Southern Oregon, they're on the freeway pulling that shit. Bitch,
yeah. That
it's
would,
fucking 40. Why are we going 15? And why are you
yeah,
snails fucking paced with each other and shit? Can one of you snails get the fuck out the way and get in the right lane so I can rabbit on by?
yeah. There's a fucking there's an area where that happens where it goes from, like, if you're coming from, like, there's two ways to get to Mexico, like from where I'm at. You can go one way that's like 10 minutes, or another way that takes you into a different town that's like 45 minutes, right? Well, if you're coming from the way that's 45 minutes, dog, like a majority of the way, it's like 55. But then it hits, like you're saying, it goes through like a little town where it hits like 35. And the people think that it drops from 55 to 10, you know? People
Right.
like will go through that at like basically like a standstill. And you're like, are you fucking serious? And then, 5 minutes later, it picks back up to 55. But those motherfuckers will be going 15 miles an hour in that 35.
Hey,
And
you know
it's
what's
just like,
crazy too? Is they
oh
got
my
those yellow
goodness.
signs with no words with people like in your background right there where they're grabbing the family like and they just have the yellow sign. Do they got all that shit everywhere or what? Where the
Yeah.
motherfucker?
Yeah. Yeah. I always try to make up my own shit when I see those about what it could mean.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. You know what though,
What?
Doug? Going back
Give me
to
an
one of the
example.
things, I don't know, like if it has like a family like that, I'll just make up something stupid about, I don't know, Doug. Like I can't think of one right now, but when I'm there in fucking like looking at them, whatever fucking little shit pops into my head, I just say, but can't think of one right now. So thanks for making me look like a jackass.
Hey, and for all the people that don't know what the hell we're talking about, if you're in, Texas, border town, Cali, Arizona, those little signs basically tell you there's families might be crossing the road and shit running. So
Yeah.
watch your ass out and be slow.
Or like it'll even show you like there'll be ones that have like it'll look like a briefcase or groceries or some shit.
And
And
the
that's all
baby's
like,
in it.
that's where I like to think of, like I try to think of what it could possibly be.
That's where Junior's
But
at. He's in
fuck,
the
man.
briefcase.
Hey, what did you think about Covino's mom getting hella mad about the cereal?
I mean, I'm just gonna steal a phrase from Covino, bro. She's entitled to her wrong opinion. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Covino. I think
You know the
Covino. I think he overstated multiple times that he didn't mean it like that. And I was a serial killer too, bro. I love cereal growing up, and it really had nothing to do. I went through a phase in my life that I'm gonna imagine Covino did the same shit, where that's really all you want is fucking cereal. Like
Yeah, when you're a
lasagna's
kid.
ready. No, I'm cool. I'll have some Captain Crunch.
Yeah, for real. That shit, dog. Especially think about like when you woke up on the weekends and shit, and like I'm gonna go like play like fucking football with my brother or
Yeah.
like my cousins or something, right? You're gonna fucking do some shit right before you fucking leave. You're fucking like you're eating like a
You're
gang of fucking
grubbing.
cereal, and then you fucking you can't eat as fast as you fucking want because you're trying to do it so quick to go out and play. And
Yeah.
like to me, that was like there was nothing negative. It was just something quick and cheap that fucking I feel like every family had in like the 90s and shit.
Bro, you poured two
Like,
things in a bowl and ate.
yeah, it was like you just did that shit, you ate and you went and played or whatever. And it wasn't because like your parents didn't make dinner or whatever, because Doug,
Right.
like my mom made dinners all the fucking time, but it wasn't like, that's not to say we didn't have like a bowl of cereal,
Was there a
like
TV in front of it, or did she make actual dinner?
no, she made actual dinner. Fuck no, she didn't do that TV dinner bullshit.
We did, and we had crock. What about crock pot? Did your mom use crock pot a lot or no?
She didn't do a lot of crock pot. She did a lot of but there was, I'm telling you, like a lot of potatoes and a lot of fucking,
We had beans
a
and
lot of
rice.
fucking
Potatoes
a lot
and
of shit
rice.
a lot of beans, a lot of rice, a lot of the shit that was cheap that you
A
could
lot
get
of
in bulk,
papas. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about
So
this though? When you were eating your cereal, I used to play games with my fucking cereal, bro. Like if I would eat Captain Crunch and shit, I would eat all the crunch before I would eat the berries. Or if I was eating
everybody did that.
or you
Everybody did that.
or even Lucky Charms and shit, you would eat all the fucking regular shit and save the marshmallows. Or like
Yeah, you were saving the best for last, right?
like or when I was when I was eating my alphabets. Did you ever fuck with alphabets?
Nuh-uh.
I would try to like spell like hoe or fucking asshole or fucking stuff in my cereal and shit and then eat the hoe.
That is you were funny as a little kid because that is funny. Like I'm gonna eat the hoe. That is like funny.
Yeah, bro.
But not like Doug. But I think that with the cereal, like it's I could find any cereal that I fucking ate. It could even be like Fruity Pebbles, Doug. And I'm like, I'm gonna eat all the green ones.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna eat the blue ones, and
Yep.
then and at the end,
Did you
you're
have
like,
the
oh, I left
bowl?
all the
Did you have
brown
the bowl with the fucking built-in straw, bro? You're all you fucking drinking the
No,
milk when
I
you're done,
did it.
or did you tilt it?
I didn't even see those till like my sister was a kid. But like we never had those as kids. I would just tilt that shit.
Yeah.
And especially Doug, what I would do is like if you had like Frosted Flakes or something where like the sugar fell off of it and shit,
Yep.
you just mix that shit real quick and then fucking
Drink that shit. Yeah.
drink it. And like you'd be looking, your eyes would go crossed because you would be looking at the sugar as you see it going down.
Hey, we
And I was like,
were
fuck.
ghetto as fuck, bro. I wasn't even a sippy bowl because I didn't like the crust milk I felt that was in the straw that didn't get out through the dishwasher. So we were hood,
Yeah.
bro. We would just save our like super big gulp cups and fucking fill those bitches up with cereal and milk. And I just eat that shit out of a super big gulp and then drink the milk.
All right, so I have a question for you. So my girl keeps telling me I'm fucking wrong. Let me show you. Okay, these cups are a little dirty, but I just want to show you something. All right, let me go to. All right, so what's this?
A mixed drink glass.
All right, but it's a glass, right? Okay.
That's a glass, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Talk so I can see you, not me.
It's a glass, right?
Yeah, glass.
It's a glass. Oh yeah. Oh, you have your shit set up like that?
But bro, why? But I got a
speaker?
question though for you. Why aren't they at least fucking half full? Just saying, bro.
Oh, because I went in and grabbed these real quick. Okay,
we
so
spread positivity on the after show, but later.
okay, so this is the glass, right?
It should be half full.
But for me, I'm fucking Mexican, so I call them all a cup, right? So this is a cup, right? This is a fucking cup, right? Glass cup, whatever, right?
No, it's
All right.
it's glass.
Okay, it's a glass. Okay.
It
Well,
ain't
let me
a
fucking-
cup is plastic, bro. A cup is you get your cup, it's plastic.
No, to
Right?
me, a cup is anything you drink out of. Okay.
What about a measuring cup? Very rarely is it glass. Usually they're plastic from the Dollar Tree and they're Betty Crocker.
Yeah, I call them all a cup. Doug, if I'm drinking out of a bowl, and it's that part where I finish my cereal, now that bowl is a cup. 'Cause
But
I'm
bro, if
drinking
you would
out
do
of it.
like Cucuy and got the super big gulp cup, then you could call it a cup.
Okay, well, check this out. Okay, so
right.
we have in my language, right? In my Spanish, English, that's a cup, right? Or a glass. It'll work. We can call them glasses, right? Okay, this is the glass, right? You drink out of a glass, right? Glass.
Or a glass, a glass cup. I'd probably refer to it as a glass. I'd call it what it is. You're right, bro.
Okay.
It's a cup, but it's a glass cup.
Okay, a glass cup,
Uh-huh.
right? A glass cup, right?
Right.
A glass cup, right?
Right.
Okay, thank you. Right, my girl.
Or a vase. Is that a vase?
All right, now you're leaning towards my girl side, and this is where I get mad.
That's a vase, isn't
Because-
it? That's for flowers, but you
So-
don't drink out of that big old nasty thing.
Okay, so the other day
The fuck you put in there? Half gallon of Kool-Aid?
I grabbed some fucking ice and some water, and I walked into the fucking room with this.
Looks
And
like-
she goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
yeah, what are you
And I was
doing,
like-
bro?
I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "What do you mean? What am I doing?" I'm like, "I got a fucking glass of water." And she's like, "That ain't a fucking glass. That's a vase."
that's a beaker,
And I'm like,
bro.
"When you
That's
put
a
flowers in it,
that goes in the fucking chemistry lab, bro. What the fuck are you doing with that big old thing?
Doug," I go, "When you put flowers and shit in this, it's a vase. When I put ice and water, it's a fucking cup." So Oh, it's to
I
me.
mean, I won't argue that.
Dog.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, but look at. Think about this, dog. To the average fucking dude that drinks out of a glass cup, their fucking hand
Oh, that does
doesn't
nothing for me.
look at that shit, dog.
Yeah,
What am I
no,
supposed to do?
no.
Run back and grab water every 5 seconds?
That's a
Look at
waste
this
of
shit,
life.
dog.
Yeah,
I
no.
got man hands. These
Yeah,
are man hands that I
I'm
have.
with you on that, bro.
Come on.
Yeah.
Look, dog, if I grab the shit that you're supposed to drink a fucking mixed drink out of, it disappears, right? So, dog,
Bro,
this when a chick or somebody with smaller hands holds it, yes, that looks very reasonable. But when I'm gonna fucking go and drink it, look at this. So for
especially if it's
me,
water.
Doug, for me to grab ice and water in this, hey, now when I'm sitting down and watching the movie or whatever, I don't have to get up 15 times to refill it. Because look at this shit. This is the Daniel size fucking glass, right? Look, doesn't even look awkward, right? You saw me drinking that. I'm not Vern Troyer. I'm not mini me looking ridiculous. This shit's a fucking, this
Or
is a
Rob
glass
Dyrdek.
cup. No, this is a fucking, look at this shit, Doug. I'm
See, my shit would have to be
6'2".
wider. Like for me though, that's still only like a 22 of water. So for me, I'd want like a 44-ounce super big gulp or something. Like I get it. No, I wouldn't. If the only options to get water for me were those three, I'm going with the big one. You're right.
Okay, thank you. My girl looked at me like I was some kind of mental patient.
Bro, I can't even fuck
She
with
was
the
like,
16-ounce water bottles, dude. They don't do nothing for me. What's that little ass water bottle? That's
exactly,
3
Doug.
drinks.
Look at, okay, thank you. Look at right here. I have a fucking liter. Doug, look at, even this fucking liter in my hand.
It's nothing.
I mean, it looks like a 20 ounce in a normal person's hand,
Bro, you live in
And look,
Arizona, bro. That's like going outside to cool off drink.
Doug, okay, this is a liter. I opened this shit when we started. When you and I started, even before we hit record, I started, right? Drinking this shit. Look at how much I have left, Doug. Look at that.
Right.
Come on now. I'm a big fucking dude. I need a lot of fucking fluids, right? So for me to have that little ass cup, so now what's gonna be fucking more annoying? We sit down to watch a movie. I have this shit, and now I'm getting up every fucking 3 minutes to refill it. And now I get in trouble for fucking not watching the movie, or I'm not paying attention, or I don't give a fuck about it because it's not something I picked.
Bro.
You know what? You know what this thing is doing right here, Doug? This shit is fucking avoiding an argument. Right here.
Bro, I make bigger cold coffees in the morning when I get up to take a shit. I get a 32-ounce fucking bar mug. I dump that motherfucker full of ice because I don't want to wait for the coffee to cool down. And I fill up like 32 to 44 ounces of coffee. And I go and sip on that thing while I do my manly duties before I take a shower and go about my day.
Damn, that sounds dope. You know what? Honestly, I'm jealous of that because I've never been a coffee drinker.
Babe Ruth.
We have a Starbucks downstairs at work.
Number
and
3.
I'll go every once in a while, but I'm not a coffee drinker. To me, that sounds like such a dope ritual to wake up, serve yourself some coffee, chill for a little bit, fucking then jump in the shower and do all that shit. To me, that sounds like a dope ass routine. I might have to start incorporating some coffee into my mornings, though.
You know what, bro? I like coffee for that because it kind of like it balances you out a little bit. You know, when you got eye boogers and all that, you're getting up, you're not, sometimes I guess you're in a good mood when you wake up, but most people aren't. They're a little groggy, they're trying to focus or whatever. So coffee just kind of balances you out a little bit, puts a little fucking jiggle in your wiggle, a little glide in your stride, a little pep in your step, a little ounce in your bounce. Got to get you right for the day.
A little jiggle in your wiggle.
I'm just saying, bro.
Oh
man.
Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure you're all caught up. What are you thinking
What's
so far,
up?
Dexter?
Dexter, I'm waiting for the 4th episode, bro.
Fuck yeah, man! I'm so fucking stoked because Doug, I'm so I don't want to say any spoilers for fucking people that haven't caught up or whatever.
Spoiler alert.
But Doug, the way the fucking last episode ended, I'm like, this motherfucker is like losing his mind or something. Something's going. It's just it left us. You know what? And I think Rich asked the question about what do you like more, being able to binge a series, right? Which we've been doing for years now, right? Like they put out season 3. Me and my girl watched it in like a few days. This I feel like is so much fucking doper because we haven't had it in a while.
Right.
So they're releasing one Dexter at a time. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, when I watched the first episode, I was like, fuck, man, like I would have liked them to release the whole season.
Me too.
But now that we're 3 episodes in, I'm just like, I feel like you get to actually. I feel like we took a drink of the wine, and this allows us to switch it around.
Yeah.
You know, really put some thought into it. We're not just chugging it.
You know
We're
what?
not chugging the series.
I'm torn like Rip. I just I don't know, man. I agree with both statements. I mean, I wish for time wise, you know, like sometimes, you know, you got like a whole day where you ain't really got shit to do, and you get those days, and sometimes they're not planned. They just kind of fall that way. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
so on that hand, I mean, I wish I could just spend a day or two, bang the whole season out, knock it out, you know, watch 15 episodes. You watch it till late at night, you go to sleep, you start watching it somewhat, you know, the next afternoon or the next evening. Before you know it, you got another long night, but you're 12 episodes done and it's over. You got it and it was dope. And because I feel sometimes too, like kind of like with the intros from sitcoms and series now, even Dexter, right? He doesn't go do 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 do, and they do the hot sauce on the ham and the egg, and he cuts it. Like the
Yeah.
intros, they've gotten rid of intros because I think our attention span, because everyone's on their phone all day, is shorter. We're easily distracted. We're watching TikTok, we're watching Snapchat, we're doing this. And so the thing is like, with that being said, all of our free time isn't always planned. Me and you talked today based on our recording, and I was supposed to have a painter come over today, and we were going to record going off of that schedule. Well, that fucking bastard never even called, showed up. He pulled a call, no show. So here we are recording the show. But if I wasn't recording the show, I could be watching the whole season of Dexter. So I like when they end and then it gives you, because BMF does that to me too. We watch BMF and then after the episode, I'm like, fuck, I can't wait till the next episode. So it gives you that energy or that charge. But I think you still get it even when you binge watch. It just doesn't last as long.
You know, the thing that I mean, I agree. I agree 100%. The thing that I think that you miss out on the binge watching, because I agree, it's nice when you can just knock out a whole fucking season of a show you really dig or whatever, right? And you can knock it out in fucking 2 days or whatever. I like that. But one of the things that I like about this, you know, one episode at a time is, like I said, you really get to savor the fucking episode, right? You get to bullshit with your friends that are also watching it. Damn, can you believe fucking, you know,
Yeah, it's true.
Dexter this and this? Yeah, well, you know, hey, when he we're talking about one episode, right? We're all on the same page. So if I talk to you right now, I'm not going to because I don't have any spoilers, but I know where you're at in the show. Right? I know where you're at. I know fucking, oh shit, I didn't even change the cameras. I know where you're at in the show. I don't have to be like, oh, you're watching you. Wait, how far are you into it? Wait, did you get to where they're at the fucking bakery? Oh, you're not there? Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing. This, if I call you, I'm like, hey, Cucuy, let's talk about Dexter. You know, we fucking know where it's at. We know right, and we can talk about it. I think that's part
But
of the
that's
reason
only if
why
we both keep up though. If you miss a week, then and then it's not relevant. So if you have a busy week, like you said, Kennedy's got a bunch of cheer or she's got some dance or whatever she's doing, you might not see Dexter that week. And then we're not having that conversation though.
Well, that's on you because I'm watching Dexter every week.
No, me too.
I guess it does kind of, it comes to the same shit, you know. But I just feel like there's more.
I'll take my 44 ounce of coffee and watch it if I have to.
Well, see, I think the thing is, if it's something like a show, like you said, Dexter's like your favorite show of all time.
Oh yeah.
And you know me, I'm not missing Dexter. Every Sunday night I'm watching Dexter. So I feel like there's more of a chance of us being at different places if they release the whole season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this. I just thought of something during this conversation. So you know the anticipation. So when you're watching it week to week, and when a character gets killed off, or say someone gets shot and they don't tell you if they're living or dying or whatnot, and you got that anticipation and that build up for the next week, right? But one could argue that it's not the same when you're binge watching. But then let me offer you this. How many times have you been binge watching and it's 1, 2, 3 a.m. and that shit happens and you look at your lady, you're like, oh fuck, we gotta watch one more. It's almost the same thing. How many times have you went like 3 extra episodes? Because I remember doing that with Dexter, because I didn't start really watching Dexter till like season 3. So I did have to go back and binge season 1 and 2. And with that ice truck killer, I remember being at the time watching those episodes, and I was like, fuck, we got to go watch another one. We can't go to bed. And it's fucking, before you know it, it's 6 a.m. because you keep watching. You started and your intention was to stop on, episode 3, and you got to 9.
Yeah, I remember I was the same. I think there was like 4 seasons or some shit of Dexter that until I didn't get into it until that deep. So what I did was I downloaded
Knuckle deep
legally, bought through Apple. I downloaded the DVDs, whatever, and watched all, like, and it was the perfect time for me because I had just had surgery on my leg. And I was just chilling. I couldn't fucking even walk or anything. So I downloaded the first like 4 seasons or whatever and fucking binged them. And like you said, Doug, I was watching it and I was like, oh, fuck, it's already 6 a.m.
Speaking of, bro, do you know how much better hospital stays are now because of technology? Like if you got your phone and you're stuck in a hospital room for 30 days, there's like an unlimited media library spread out amongst like 25 platforms. I don't give a fuck if you want to watch the whole life of fucking Ice Road Truckers. There's something out there for you, bro. Pawn Stars, Friends, fucking Lost. I mean, dude, you could be in a hospital, bro, and still be entertained. Back in the day, you remember when we were growing up, bro, there's like 7 channels. You're either watching the news or PBS.
Dog, back in the day, not even like that long ago. Like think about like the first time I had surgery ever was in 2009. And I continue to have surgeries over the next few years. Fucking 10, 11. Doug, it still wasn't like it is now with the streaming and the availability, the on demand. Yeah. Like even then, I mean, at the time I was only staying in the hospital for, a few days at a time or whatever. The longest was a week, but even then that was boring as fuck, dog. I was like, fucking just shoot me. Get me the fuck out of here.
We weren't on demand, bro. We were on delay is what we were.
Dog, I was on fucking watching some fucking, like you said, 3 fucking channels. Like, are you fucking serious? Like this shit. Dog,
hey, that's where you develop your love for the
Martin Painter Sheet Rock.
Was that a Dexter ringtone?
It was, and my fucking, you know what it is I got the GPS and the cellular on my damn watch. So although for the show I turned our fucking my sound off on my phone, my fucking watch rang. So
hey, how crazy is it? How crazy is it though that it was a Dexter ringtone?
Well, we got a dude at work. We call him, I'm just gonna nickname him J Rock, and he's a little Dexter-ish, and so we throw up this sign all the time when we're around him. We're like, hey bro, fuck you bit my finger, right? He's a little Dexter-ish and shit. So because he's Dexter-ish, I've had that ringtone for a long time. Actually, I've had that ringtone probably for 5 or 6 years. But once he started having some Dexter traits in his personality, I fucking popped it out and made sure that I made it my main tone.
Fuck man, I don't even remember what else. Oh, there was something I was gonna tell you. Oh yeah, a couple of things real quick. Since we're fucking talking about, binging shows and whatever. Yeah. There's a couple of recommendations I'm gonna throw out there. Okay. Shout out to Luis because he fucking hit me with you need to watch this Kid Cudi documentary. So there's a Kid Cudi documentary on Amazon Prime, which is fucking dope. Especially if you're into like mental health and if you're not lying to nobody and in yourself that you're fucking a nutcase in your head, you're a little bit crazy.
Isn't everybody though? And the real nutcases are the ones that say they aren't.
You know what? Yeah. Well, see, so if you're average where you're a nutcase and you know it, like us, this is a fucking good documentary. It talks a lot about mental health and like going through his career and shit and about like record labels trying to push like another day and night, and it's a good documentary. So Amazon Prime, it's like an hour and a half, maybe. Good fucking documentary. Another one.
Daniel's got jailbreak instructions. If they just had 1999 Fire Sticks at Best Buy and Amazon. I think that the sale goes through Monday. Hit up fucking DZF baby. He'll shoot you the fucking link and
I will. Your shit. 100%.
Go spend, don't spend 15 a month, spend 20 once and jailbreak your shit.
Exactly. Because that shit, literally, you spend like $20 on it and then you spend like 30 minutes fucking jailbreaking it with fucking, there's a website and a fucking YouTube video. you'll be set up. So yeah, for real, hit me up if you guys do want to know.
And I know a guy straight up that watched the Canelo Alvarez fight and the UFC fights on the same night with the fucking Fire Stick. So it's there.
Well, just like fucking the Misha Tate fight the other day was on ESPN Plus.
Right.
And I don't have ESPN Plus because, like, I canceled a gang of my shit. So I watched that shit fucking HD, 100%, no lag, fucking on my Fire Stick. So, like, fucking, hey, hit us up, 928-235-5285 if you want to fucking me to text you a couple of shit. Yeah, just fucking, oh, actually, it's scrolling at the bottom. Fucking, so if you're watching this on YouTube, look at the number right there. And, yeah, man, just fucking check that shit out. But also the other one, is the Beatles documentary that just came out on fucking Apple TV. No, it didn't come out on Apple TV. It came out on Disney Plus. So hold on. What's it called? It's called Get Back or Get It Back or some shit like that. The Beatles. It's called Get Back. So the Beatles documentary that's on fucking Disney Plus. If you're into that kind of shit, it's fucking dope because they're showing a gang of like things where they had to come up with songs. They had to come up with like 17 songs in like 2 weeks or some shit, dog. And it's fucking dope. Like if you like the behind the scenes kind of shit, it's fucking awesome because they have John and fucking Paul right there, like just strumming the guitar, strumming the bass, or whatever. Not strumming the bass, but slapping the bass. If you're doing that shit, they're over here coming up with like "Don't Let Me Down," fucking. It's just fucking like it's awesome. So check that out if you're into that kind of behind the scenes shit. And even if you don't dig the Beatles, just seeing their process is fucking awesome. So Get Back on Disney Plus. That's my only other shit. So
I got BMF. If you haven't watched BMF, if you like some gangster type shit, like if you're into Power or you're into some stuff like that, like BMF is the shit. You got to watch BMF. It's a story about Big Meech and the Black Mafia family coming up out of Detroit, I believe. And that's just dope. Big Meech is still in prison. His son's actually the star actor. So it's Lil Meech is playing the role of Big Meech. That one's tight. Dexter's tight. You got to watch Dexter. Dexter's
how many
dope.
episodes are you into BMF?
Everyone they got. I think it's on episode 108. So it's season 1. You can binge it. You can get stars. I think they had a deal right now where $20 gets you 6 months of stars. And then you can watch all the Powers, the Power book, Raising Kanan. You can watch all of them. And yeah, man, or you can hit that Fire Stick. DZF Baby over here got the link, man. You could just go get you a little Fire Stick for $20 instead of paying stars $20 for 6 months. Get you a Fire Stick, and you can watch everything on every fucking channel, fights, all that bullshit. So
you know what? I know we've been going for a minute, Doug, so we can wrap it up in a second. But I have my favorite thing that happened this fucking week, and it's because, Doug, it's a classic Rich fucking Davis. Did you hear about him telling that dude that he looked like that other dude that was fucking fat and bald? And
I did not.
You didn't hear that?
It's been a rough week.
My goodness.
We've been packing a move at work, and so my routine is kind of off a little bit. So no, I didn't hear it. So please enlighten me.
Okay, well, there's this dude that Covino and Rich and Spot work with at Fox Sports, right? I don't know him. He's not going to listen to this. So he's a fat dude, right? Bald white guy, looking like King Kong Bundy, right? Looking like fucking Vader, right? Looking like fucking, looking like fucking Butterbean, right? So you got the picture, right? Fat, bald white guy.
Yeah.
So Doug, Rich tells him, you know who you remind me of?
Oh, let's hear this. I can only imagine what he says.
Doug, I can't even tell you the guy's name because it's some guy that I think they used to work with at SNY.
Okay.
But Doug, it's another guy that's even fatter than him. And Rich is like, yeah, your personality and everything about you, or whatever the fuck he tells him. And Covino told him, he was like, Rich, you broke our golden rule of if you tell somebody, you say, hey, you know what? You look like the more handsome version of this dude, right? You fucking, but you know what? I think there's something even more to that. That is the golden rule. You tell them, hey, you look like the more handsome version of fucking the guy Ethan Suplee, right? The guy that was fucking Frankie Sakino on Boy Meets World, Remember the Titans. You look like the more fucking handsome version of him or whatever, right? If it's an ugly dude. But what I fucking think, dog, watch, I wrote right here.
Bro, you can't compare anybody to ugly dudes. Like, if you don't have a comparison that's to a handsome dude, just keep your mouth shut.
Well, that's what I wrote here. I wrote, to say they look like someone, the person you're talking to, they need to be good looking, right? So, like, if I tell Rich, hey, Rich, you know who you remind me of?
My shit stained fucking Fruit Looms.
Right? Because I could even tell him that he looks like somebody ugly, but he knows he's not fucking ugly. So he's like,
Look like
yeah,
fucking
okay,
Jimmy
cool, whatever.
Neutron.
Right? But, so look, and I put, or if the person that you're telling, hey, you know who you look like, they're not good looking. If they are not good looking, the person that you're saying that they look like needs to be way fucking better looking than they are. So say you do look like fucking Butterbean, right? Like say you tell me, hey Daniel, you know who you remind me of? And I'm like, fucking who? And then you're like, John Cena, right? And I'm like, John Cena? Well, he does kind of look like Ernest. Fucking Ernest.
Well, yeah, but you can't offend nobody either, because bro, you can't be lying out your butthole either.
No, but I'm saying though, but if there is something where you do kind of remind them of them for whatever reason, then like I think that's an extreme example, right? Because fucking.
But I've been compared to two people, and I wouldn't take it personal if you call me either. I've been compared to Paul Wall and Gary Owen. And if you want to start telling me I look like more like Gary Owen, it is what it is.
Well, hey, I could see that. You know what I could see? You look like if Paul Wall and Gary Owen had a kid. You know, you look like you would be their child.
Well,
Doug, I've gotten some fucked up ones. Like, D, you know who you look like? Andy Milonakis.
Knees like, down, bro. Your knees down. Knees down.
I'm like, Andy Milonakis. I'm like, I got bees on my head, but don't call me a bee head. Bruce Lee's on my head, but don't call me a Lee head.
Hey, screen scared the one I just sent you, bro. Rich looks like fucking Jimmy Neutron.
I fucking wish, dog, but I have my phone because the camera won't turn off. But fucking no. But what I'm saying is like, say it's not an extreme example like me and fucking who's that dude that's way uglier than me, John Cena. So say it was like not an extreme example like me and John Cena, right? And fucking if it's somebody that's like within the ballpark, but they are better looking than the dude you're talking to, then I would say do that. But Doug, if there's some fucking gigantic fat ass that's bald, you don't say, you know who you remind me of? Fucking Vader.
Check it out, bro.
You and Vader could be fucking the same dude.
I'm going to offer life advice. You're better off just to stay away from all of it. Because you know what, bro? You're getting into dangerous territory where you're trying to like either lie and say that they're more handsome or sexy than they are, or you're going to undercut and not give them the credit that they should deserve, so they're uglier than they are. Like, just stay away from it. Compliment them on their shoes. Hey, your shoes are dope. Right? Like, do something else.
But you can't do that with Rich either.
Why do you compare people to people? Like, you're playing with fire when you do stupid shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Why even go
especially
there,
if you're in fucking $9 Walmart sneakers? Shut your mouth, dude. Shut the fuck up. How about that? I got an attorney. He's the pot attorney in California, and he tells you that if you ever get pulled over to shut the fuck up. Hey, Rich Davis, why don't you just shut the fuck up? You're probably better off, bro. You try so hard to be a social butterfly that you put your foot in your mouth time and time again. If you just spoke when it was natural instead of trying to force conversation, you wouldn't do this shit half the time.
You know what? I want to say, and I almost went a whole episode without bagging on Rich. I almost did. I tried, almost did. But you know what? You know what? You get going. I feel like I'm a bully, dog. Because you start talking shit, and then I want to talk shit.
Just jump his
but
ass.
It's not even like I want.
We're gonna fuck you up, Rich. Wait till we see your ass. We're gonna kick the shit out of you.
Oh, that's
fucking punk.
So funny.
Bitch.
But look at what.
I'm just playing. If anyone's listening, I'm joking. That was all for the show.
What do you call it? What I couldn't stop laughing about, because I know Rich is fucking lying. Rich is so fucking lying. Did you hear? You probably didn't, because I know that you had some shit going on. But there was a story this week where Rich, he saw Jose Mangin, and he was like, "Brother," you know, fucking. They always do their Jose Mangin voice. And he was like, yeah, brother. He was like fucking talking to Rich. And then Rich said that Rich was at a Sirius XM event. And he was wearing his fucking cheap ass $9 shoes, right?
He's fucking
And
up, dude.
he said that Jose was like, yeah, Rich. So, how's Covino? I heard he was doing, he was sick, but he's doing better. And then Rich said that he felt, I keep wanting to cough.
A hole in those sneakers?
He said that he felt Jose go and look at his shoes and then look back up at him.
That's what he gets.
And Rich said that, that they finished talking, and he said afterward, he goes, I was so tempted to text Jose and say, hey man, just want you to know those aren't my fucking usual shoes and all this shit or whatever.
Motherfucker, if you're wearing to a Sirius XM event, yes, they are. Don't lie, bro.
Exactly, right?
If they weren't your no.
But
he's a weenie,
he was saying he wanted to text him and this. Doug, he didn't want to do anything. He fucking did. I'm telling you, if any of fucking Spot or Covino, you guys have fucking Rich's phone, he's going to the restroom, just take out that motherfucker and, fucking do his little code, because he probably has like 1111 because he sounds like a dork like that, right? Yeah. So he probably would.
Or he's probably got 161616 for Joe Montana. Or 81 or 80.
But just go to his messages. If for some reason you guys get a hold of his phone, go to his messages and go to Jose. Just click on Jose Minion.
And if he's got Face ID, just have a picture of Jimmy Neutron somewhere close by. Hit the Face ID and scam Jimmy.
Halloween mask.
Yeah, bro, you'll get right through.
And just go through his phone and just see his last text to Jose. Guarantee you, it says, "Hey man, those weren't my usual shoes," because I feel like sometimes Rich will say things like, "Hey, you know what I wanted to do, but I didn't." I feel like when he prefaces the story by that, I think it's something he actually did. But I think what he wants to do is see everybody's he wants to gauge it and see how everybody's feeling. And when they're like, "Oh, man,
that's what it is.
Good thing you didn't do that." And then he's like, "Yeah, good thing I didn't."
As he lets himself go, as he gets old and like this shit starts to become part of who he is now, I think this is the first step where he's kind of testing the waters. That's why I think he did that. He started off by telling people on the show he was wearing them and getting bagged on the CNR show. Now the son of a bitch took him to a Sirius XM event and he's getting looked up and down for them. He's just trying to look the official. He's looking for the okay or the green light or the checkered flag that, hey, it's okay. Hi, I'm Rich Davis and I wear $9 Walmart shoes.
That's crazy, man. But you know what, man? I think we definitely we have a good long episode for people this week. But do you have anything that you want to wrap up on, or are you good to go for the week?
You know what I'd like to wrap up on? I'm a Magnum guy, but at the end of the day, I don't have any stories I want to fucking talk about or close out. All
right, man. Well, all right then. Well,
cut that out, bro. Cut that out.
Episode number, whatever the fuck we're on. Your boys, El Cucuy. We didn't bring him in. We didn't bring him in at the beginning of the episode because we know how people are with intros. There ain't no skip intro button on this. We know your attention span, so it may have been by accident, but it may have been in the back of my mind on purpose. But we need to go out with Baseline Trey. So El Cucuy, can you tell him that we need him?
Baseline Tree. I'm Tree. Hey, it's because we both smoke tree. Hey, because we both smoke tree, so I call him Baseline Tree. But Baseline Trey, bring it home, homie.
On the road to the riches, cause it's all about the paper. Now buckle up your seats and prepare for the journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the head.